This is the 22nd season of Bass Talk Live. BTL is presented by Bass Cat Boats, Strike King Lures, AFTCO, Pro Guide Batteries, Spro, Gamakatsu, The Bass Tank, Beatdown Outdoors, and Sunline.
BTL coming at you.
Good morning, and welcome to another exciting edition of BTL Bass Talk Live, where we're not only going to talk about bass fishing, we're hopefully going to show bass fishing. So here's the deal. If you've been on social media, you see all these guys that are nuts, that are down in Texas. Not that many guys in Oklahoma right now, and it is giant chasing weather. But you kind of have to have a screw loose to go out and do this. It's also, you have to take some safety precautions. You have to know how to maneuver your boat. You have to go what's going on. So in typical BTL fashion, I said, wouldn't it be cool if we could maybe figure out how to do some of these interviews? Because I'm 41 now, like back in the day, it would be awesome to get out. But then, you're in a park. Long story short, we got Austin Cranford, Elite Series rookie. And I can officially say, don't attempt this unless you're a professional, because Austin Cranford is now a professional. So I didn't know we were planning on doing this until the last couple of days. And I kind of had this in my head, folks. I have no idea how this is going to work. But we're going to attempt to have the first interactive BTL with Austin Cranford on a fishery in Oklahoma, where he has caught a 14-pounder and where he was supposed to be in the water fishing, where every 6-pounder he catches, we give away a spool of Sunline. But he doesn't have his boat in the water yet. And I said, this might be something fun to watch live. Can you hear me, Austin?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Awesome.
All right, walk us through the scenario. It is January 27th, 8:34 a.m., and currently in the studio in Shawnee, Oklahoma, it is 68 degrees. Outside, it is 19 degrees, and it feels like it's 6. You are at a very empty boat ramp, and I don't really see any cement.
There's no cement. It is all snow. To be honest, the last 4 miles getting here, it's straight snow and ice. But the good news, I just walked down here to the boat ramp for the first time. So you can see the whole entire boat ramp is all snow and ice. But if worst comes to worst, that is not snow and ice. It's not frozen. So my truck can only go so far. And I've got four-wheel drive to get back out. So this isn't my first time to do this. The good news is this morning is that we don't have to break ice. I've had to break ice before, and we don't have to do that this morning. This time of year, the boat ramp's empty, and this time of year is when they bite. So we are about to dump in. It might get kind of interesting.
Yeah. So the good thing, like you just pointed out, the boat ramp of what you have to go down. We are live, folks. Live Tuesday morning, 8:35 a.m. Austin is at the boat ramp. This is where the ramp is supposed to be that Austin is standing on. That is the ramp. Very nice ramp in Oklahoma. But I did see Gussie dumped in. He got his rig all done. He posted that deal yesterday where he slid down the entire ramp. But once he hit the water, he did stop. So I've got it right now kind of up on top of the hill. Once we start going down the ramp, once the truck starts going down the ramp, I might slide, but I can only slide so far because there's concrete there where there's not snow and ice. So that's kind of my safety net. This is a brand new boat. I've never even had it out. I've never even started the motor. So where we go fishing, it's not far, but I am going to have to idle there. It's probably going to be about a 2 or 3 minute idle because it has not been broken in yet. So I'm going to just idle there. But we're going to get this boat in the water, and I've got this deal to set it up so you guys can watch me try to get this thing in the water. Before you get it in the water, I know on Austin Cranford Fishing, you're going to do an official kind of walkthrough and boat reveal. But just because we're doing this and the Elite Series starts on Guntersville in a couple weeks, there's going to be no way to do this without showing the boat and truck. So are you good doing a soft reveal on BTL? Kind of walking through what we're working with.
Yeah, for BTL listeners only. Don't tell your friends, but this is a soft reveal.
Tell your friends.
So there's all right. We'll start over here. So we got some new looking colors. Got some new sponsors this year on the truck, and then this year's boat is a Skeeter FXR with a 250 Yamaha show. That thing, it's the nicest thing I've ever owned in my life.
Are you officially on the Skeeter Yamaha team now? I guess then.
Officially on the Skeeter Yamaha team. Literally walked off the stage at Okeechobee and already was having conversations with them. So
congratulations.
I bet thank you. This is my third Skeeter. This is the nicest Skeeter I've ever had. This is the FXR, and this is the first time out on the water. Just got rigged at the bass tank. Got all of the bells and whistles.
Hey, open that.
All kinds of new stuff.
Open the glove box right there, Austin. Nick's saying, hey, I don't see a BTL. Open that little glove box that's right by the passenger seat.
Oh.
And look in the bottom of it.
I think there would be less stuff in here. Oh. What do we have here? Looky there. I don't know if you can see that.
There's a BTL stickers, Nick. I didn't want to. I mean, Austin is a savvy businessman. Oh, that was classy. So I didn't want to put it on there. But one of the things that we're doing this year, we've done it a ton of years. It started a long time ago with Mark Jeffries when he did Bradley Hallman on his rookie year. We've done it. We did it last year with Blake Capps, who came on a number of different times. We've done it with Luke Palmer before. We've done it. So Austin will be checking in after Elite Series events to talk about his rookie season on BTL. So, all right, back to the wrap. I see a lot of non-endemics on there, but like I said, you don't have to go through it fully. There's a lot of stuff that you're going to do on your channel. Yeah.
I mean, so we'll just kind of touch Skeeter Yamaha. That's the boat and motor sponsor for this year. And then some of the new ones, we have Indico Metals out in Shawnee. It's a metal manufacturer. Like if you're building a shop, that's where you buy your metal from. It's actually right down the street.
I need a shop.
Yeah, it's right down the house from your. Is that right down the road from your house? And then U.S. Fleet Tracking, been with me through the Opens, GPS tracking company, and then of course, who I've worked for 10 years, McRae Roofing, and then I've got a bunch of new sponsors, some of the same sponsors. I've already revealed on my YouTube channel the majority of the sponsors, but obviously the Bass Tank. Pro Guide is a new one, switched over this year. Pro Guide batteries, F5 rods, Power Pole, Sunline, Lucky Lure, Tackle, Waterland, Beatdown, Willie Pete's baits.
Look at that. You haven't even made a cast as an Elite Series Pro, and you're already rattling off sponsors.
Yeah, you know, I've talked my entire life. You know, selling roofs, you can't just sit there and say nothing.
I hear you. All right, make sure the plug's in, make sure everything's good. So what you're going to do is you're going to set it up. Okay. It might connect to the truck. It might not. We'll walk through. We'll see if we can get a good video, folks. This is live. I have no idea how this is going. I don't feel bad about this because Austin was fishing regardless of whether or not this is live. If you feel at any point you're doing it for the live stream and it doesn't feel safe, Austin, feel free to pull the plug on it and we'll just do a BTL interview of you sitting in your new boat. But like I said, you were going fishing regardless of whether we were on BTL or not.
Yeah, and I had to make a quick pit stop. At the local Walmart to get this little contraption, and it was $14, so it's probably not the greatest.
Okay, that looks perfect, Austin.
Okay, can you see the water?
Yeah, you can see the water. You can see everything. It looks great right there. We're at the boat ramp. Austin is, and can you still hear me, Austin?
I can still hear you, so I'm going to go ahead and back this truck in.
Yep, I might mute his audio if it gets bad. But so far so good. This is a live shot of the boat ramp. This is what is happening right now. We're on a lake that is notorious for some big ones. He's going for it. He didn't check the plug. Did you check the plug?
I did. I almost screwed up earlier.
Okay.
So far, we're in four-wheel drive, so that helps a lot. I would not try this without four-wheel drive.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. I can't see. My mirrors are frozen, so.
Okay, he's definitely got the boat in the water now. We can see the front half of the truck still.
Okay. I have no idea the depth on this thing because, like I said, this is a new boat. So I don't know.
You've been in Skeeters before, though. I mean, it can't be that different.
Yeah, this is a different model.
I don't think it's going to be frozen to the trailer because this is the first time that it's been wet.
Okay, so I have rubber boots on. Can y'all see me?
No, if you can adjust, if possible, adjust the camera to your right, back towards the water more. There you go.
See the boat?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so I have rubber boots on because I have a camper shell, which makes it dang near impossible, and the truck is frozen. So hopefully there's not a hole. I'm gonna get on my tippy toes.
Oh my
we are in the water, folks. We are in the water. Was not planning on getting in the water.
Yeah, a lot of the ramps are like low water ramps in Oklahoma. It'll be really shallow. This is a good ramp though.
I had to choose my lake based on ramps. The one I was going to go to has a really steep ramp. Oh, yep, we are definitely deep enough. Okay, so this might take a minute to start because this motor's never been started before. Let me prime this ball real quick.
This is also the maiden voyage for the Elite Series rig that you will see out on the Elite Series all year, starting at Gunnersville in a couple weeks here. One of the advantages.
Okay. Let's prime this ball a little bit. A Skeeter holds 50 gallons of gas, folks. I know that because I paid the bill this morning.
And you were able to fit a full 50 in there.
It was 49 and a half is what it exactly was.
I know that all the guys talk about when they get a new boat, you know, when they're planning on long runs, the Elite Series guys, not the BPT guys because they don't really do their long runs anymore, but all the guys like really pack the boat with fuel the first time so they know exactly how much because it's the only time it'll be totally empty.
Yeah, it was either 48 or 46. It was one of those two.
First there, regardless of what the laws are, whatever. You saw Austin putting on his life jacket there, so we're going to take things nice and slow right here. It looks like the ramp was not as big a deal as it could have been so far.
All right, let's get this sucker to start.
It's going to take a while for the gas to get through the system. And it's really cold, too. This is pretty standard.
Let's turn the key on real quick, and I'm going to go pump that bulb.
Yep.
I have never, after you do this, you never have to worry about it again.
Yep. Every new boat has that. There's literally no gas through the system. Just picked this up from the Bass Tank, yesterday?
Yesterday. Yep.
What are you running up front? You got, what's your graph setup now that you have? I mean, it's kind of like the Opens last year. You have, a 53-inch graph limit. It can't be a certain level of height off of the front deck.
It's a 55-inch graph limit, and it kind of, that limit, you wouldn't think it matters, but I actually have a 10 and a 12 up here because of that graph limit. It would be a 12 and a 12.
Did you put can we talk? Did you put a 360 on this year?
Yep.
They're saying hit some brake cleaner on the intake. You got to squeeze that ball to get the fuel going.
No kidding, right? All right.
We're actually live here. We're 15 minutes in. What we're going to do is we're going to take our first break of the show while Austin is getting the boat on the water. And when we come back, hopefully he will have it started and warming up. And then we can get to the fishing portion of this. It's BTL on a Tuesday. We're live. We have no idea what's going to happen. It's 10 degrees. We have Austin Cranford live from a fishery that has teeners in it. It's BTL on a Tuesday. We'll be back right after this.
Before there were hashtags, there were handshakes and shared stories. They gave us confidence to make our first cast and chase our dreams. They taught us to fish, and in the process, taught us about life. They taught us that success isn't just about reaching the top. It's about lifting others up. The future isn't just about selling tackle. It's about 3 simple words. Let's go fishing. Here's to the original influencers.
As a professional angler, there's only one thing that connects you to your paycheck. Probably the most crucial part to tournament bass fishing. I use Sunline because they have a line for every application.
All right, we're breaking in through the commercial break. Austin has the boat started. Like I said, we're live. He's gonna pull it right back up to the ramp. We're back live. I cut in through the Sunline commercial, Austin.
Okay, we're live.
We got it going.
All right.
And hopefully that has a keel shield on it.
Yes, it does. Power poles down. We're going to have to adjust. We'll wait to adjust this stuff whenever you first get in this boat, you got to move these mounts around. Okay, so can you hear me?
Yep. Got you loud and clear. We see the boat. We see the truck parked up next to the ramp. That was a 10 out of 10. Those are some fancy boots there.
Yeah, no kidding. I got some shoes in the back we're about to put on, but always bring rubber boots when you got a camper shell because you never know you have to get in the water. Let's park this truck, and then we're ready to roll.
Heck yeah.
So now we do. Oh, crap. So we do four-wheel drive right out of there.
No problem
Nice.
so far.
Hopefully we can find a parking spot.
What is the temp right now?
My truck says it is 22.
Oh, this is brand new electronics and everything on here too, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. This is first time everything's brand new. Haven't used anything.
That was ballsy for you being like, heck yeah, let's send it. But I talked to Michael at Lucky Lure. I think they're watching this at Lucky Lure right now. They've got it on the TV live. And I said, dude, I don't feel bad. I said, because he'd be doing this anyway. I said, if there's one guy to do this, I said, it's Cranford. And he said, oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Send it.
Yeah, I would have sent it yesterday, but like I said, I had to go to the bass tank to get the boat. And if I would have rigged the boat, there's no way that this would have went smooth.
Yeah.
But the bass tank rigged the boat, so I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
All right.
So we're just putting pressure on all the sponsors and all this stuff. So the Yamaha is starting. What would the first startup sound like?
It honestly, usually whenever the first startup is, it doesn't sound great. But this thing, it fired up and it's purring like a kitten.
All right. And
Hold on, we're sliding.
Yamaha's a bunch before, so.
Yeah. The first initial deal, it takes, probably about a minute to get the fuel to get through there.
Do you have rods and reels in the boat?
I brought 5.
Okay.
So we have 2 spinning rods, a jerk bait, a jig, and we got our Willie Pete's minnows on there. That's what I plan on catching them on. So,
Can you show those?
Yeah, I can show those. Look, so these are both in Champagne.
Out of Oklahoma. He does the glide baits. Cool dude.
Yep. And so
also
this is
a lot of tournaments and does some like veteran stuff and armed forces stuff. Does he not?
Yep, that's what he does. This is actually so that is the Willie minnow in Champagne pepper, and that is on my new Signature Series prototype pig rod from F5.
And that's your nickname.
That is my nickname.
Wait, so you have your own Signature Series rod now, and you haven't made a cast of the Elite Series?
Yep, I guess so. Well, it's not out yet. It's still a prototype. It's actually, I've had 3 prototypes, and they're all ready to go. I mean, they're done. Now we're just waiting on them to get here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this up right here on the front deck, and I'm gonna lock screen. Sorry.
Oh,
there we go.
Good.
Still,
like I said,
still got me.
Yep, I got you.
Let me turn this thing on Do Not Disturb.
For a second.
Okay. All right.
We're live with Austin
got me?
Cranford. Yep, still got you on a fishery in Oklahoma. There's a chance we could have probably the first DD caught. I'm working with I've made a couple other calls too. There's some fisheries down in Texas. There's some stuff. If this works out, this is the stuff that gets me going. So we might do it. But I definitely wanted to do this with Austin to kick things off. So we'll get more dialed in. But you guys are actually, if you're watching this, you're going through the testing phases. And so far, so good. All right, that looks great, Austin.
Okay, so let's
have good audio.
All right, we're gonna idle to our first. We're gonna idle to our first spot.
Throw that life jacket back on. Kill switch. The whole 9 yards. You're Elite
All
Series
right.
Pro now. We got to make sure everything is copacetic.
Yep. All right. So let's.
And as far as service, as
5G.
as far as we know, we'll be good with service. We'll kind of see how long this lasts, and the hope is we can kind of do some interviews. We can turn the camera around, so instead of first person, you can actually watch Austin fishing here. Every 6-pounder he catches, I've got some Sunline X Plasma Sagai, the 60-pound. If you A-rig, if you frog, if you punch, this is the deal for you. And then I've got the Sunline Structure FC. It's got a specific coating on this fluorocarbon, which actually helps with abrasion resistance. If you're dragging something, if you're fishing it in brush piles, I got a spool of 20 and a spool of 22. I am not afraid to go out and dive into the reserves. Austin, I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but if you catch one over 10, do you think maybe we could do like a rod giveaway if you catch one over 10 live in the next hour?
If we catch one over 10, which is a good possibility, we can give away a rod. And okay. I'm sure that Brad.
We didn't talk about this beforehand.
I'm sure that Brad will appreciate that whenever I call him and say, "Hey, man, you got to send somebody a rod," but it'll be all right.
Yep. Austin has not broken in the boat. This is the first thing. One of the things he has to do is break in the boat. He's on the water, so we're gonna do live, and then he's gonna break in the boat. So that's why we're just gonna idle around now.
Hold on, guys. I forgot my tennis shoes. I'm making a Yui.
Oh, you have to go back to the ramp and get your tennis shoes.
It's all right. We had made it about 20 feet. So, gotta have the tennis shoes, boys.
Yep. All right. While he goes back to do the tennis shoes, we are going to run some more commercials, and then we'll be back in 2.5 minutes with Austin Cranford live from the water on a very balmy 10-degree Tuesday morning from Oklahoma.
As a professional angler, there's only one thing that connects you to your paycheck. Probably the most crucial part to tournament bass fishing. I use Sunline because they have a line for every application. Shooter, FX2, All Might, super light line, big stuff, big sticks. Sunline has you covered.
Sharp as can be. Super strong, super durable.
Really good penetration.
Thinner and stronger.
Catch fish after fish.
I want to make sure that I'm using the best stuff possible.
World's finest hook.
World's finest hook.
Gamakatsu. World's finest hook.
Hey guys, Brian Schmidt here with Spro. I'm going to talk to you about the confidence I have in the equipment I use. You know, I have a charter boat business back home in Maryland. We fish for saltwater fish, and I also fish the Bassmasters Elite Series. So I keep my lights on by fishing. I have to have a lot of confidence in the equipment I use. Spro has me covered from head to toe, saltwater, freshwater, everything in between. A lot of high-end quality product. Spro has you covered.
When I'm in a tournament, conditions are constantly changing and every second matters. With the Deep Dive app, I can instantly pull up all the current lake conditions all in one spot. So no more looking at weird government websites. In just one quick glance, I have water clarity, water level, wave forecast. It's all right there in the Deep Dive app. Download the Deep Dive app and get all the tools you need to put together an awesome tournament.
I fish in some of the worst elements across the country. Spring,
That's a giant, dude.
summer,
Oh my gosh. Hi. Look at that thing.
winter,
It's so cold.
and fall.
Got a big one. That's awesome. Being comfortable and staying dry is the only option.
AFCO. Any fish, any water.
At Beat Down Outdoors, we know you depend on your gear to hold up in any condition. We built for that. We test for that. In fact, we pride ourselves in that. Because we know when the time comes to test your gear, you aren't going to take it easy, so we won't. We build premium, made in the USA products that you can rely on in the moments when your equipment should be the last thing on your mind.
All right, we are back live on the water. I still got you, Austin.
Yes, we do. Can you hear me?
Yep, I got you. We are idling out. And how long do you have before you idle to your next spot?
I've got about 100 yards, so not too far.
Austin has about 100 yards. We may have, I see some more sponsors that are potentially watching and listening to this that may want to add to the pot if you catch a 10-pounder. But I've always thought this is one of the reasons why you're on the Elite Series, dude, is for the last year and a half, all the guys that I've talked to, I remember talking with Timmy Horton one time, and he was like, dude, back when, rookie of the year, all that stuff. He's like, I physically felt sick to my stomach if I wasn't out trying to catch a bass. And you're one of those guys. I mean, you've been fishing 3, 4, 5 days a week on 5, 10, 15, 20 different bodies of water for the past couple years. And that's one of the advantages that we have here in Oklahoma. So, I mean, you don't take days off.
No, and really this time of year, especially the tournament that we're getting prepared for, if you are sitting in the house or if you're sitting in Florida, you're not accustomed to this. When you get there, it's going to be a big shock. So I feel like if I can just put myself through this already and I'm kind of accustomed to it, I'm already that much far ahead of the game against my competitors. And I've been doing a bunch of different types of fishing. So today when you come to this lake, you have to live scope, but I have been purposely not turning my live scope on the past 3 weeks. I could say I've live scoped maybe 2 or 3 times in probably 12 trips. So but today for the BTL viewers, we're going to turn our live scope on and catch a DD. So
that works. All right, let's see. Let's bring in so BTL, great partnership for the last 5 years with Omnia Fishing. Actually, there'll be some people that are upset with this. Omnia currently has some 5-inch Sakamata shads in good colors in stock. At least they did yesterday. So if you're looking to get your hands on some of those, it could. But one of the cool things with Omnia is I said, hey, I'm not going to leave out the local brick and mortar tackle shops with this. Like when I'm on the road, when I need stuff overnighted, when I'm looking for the apps and all that, Omnia 100% the way to go. More cool stuff coming down the pipeline from Omnia. But you mentioned one of your sponsors is Michael Strauns. It's Strauns, not Strands, which I called him for 20 years until Juice's Jigs was like, hey bro, it's Strauns. But he is the owner of Lucky Lure Tackle. We're going to bring him in right now. Do we have you, Mr. Strauns?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in your kitchen. So you sent me a text and you wanted to up the ante for a double-digit bass. If Austin catches one on 10 on the Bubba scales over the next hour here, what are we sweetening the pot with for one of our BTL listeners? Does it have to be in the Oklahoma area, or you also have online ordering?
We have online ordering.
Okay.
And once, if the individual is not from Oklahoma, then we'll get there with you, Matt. We'll get their information so we can get in contact with them. But and I think he'll probably do it, but if Austin catches a double-digit bass while he's on live, we're going to give away a free $100 Lucky Lure Tackle gift card to one lucky winner that you pick.
Perfect. So I will do that out of the comments as long as it is a thoughtful comment and not just a spam deal. So Michael, thank you for jumping on and adding that. So we've got a fish over 6 Sunline, 1 over 10 at F5 rod that I gave away without asking Austin's permission. That's one of Austin's rod sponsors. And then $100 Lucky Lure based there in Oklahoma City. I know you were supposed to have some big names in the shop here this past weekend and had to cancel that because of the crazy weather. But are you going to be at the Classic again, Michael?
We're going to be at the Classic, but we're not going to have a booth this year. We're taking a year off. The travel and everything is not going to make it conducive to actually have one. But my wife and I will be there, and we'll be seeing everybody, and then we'll just see where next year is. If you don't mind, I'd like to shout out though for anybody in the area. This coming Saturday, we're having a customer appreciation day, and we've got all kinds of folks that are going to be there, including Brad from F5. You know, Austin knows him. You obviously know him, but a bunch of local people. Brent's going to have some of his minnows there. Willie Pete, he's going to be there. We're going to have a lot of folks, a lot of giveaways, a lot of stuff for customers this Saturday. With the weather here, cabin fever, everybody's looking for a reason to get out. So this Saturday from 8 to 12, we're going to have a big event at the store.
Fantastic. All right, we're going to kick you off. We're going to go full screen with Austin. I wonder if he can. We've got 3/4 of Austin here, so I wonder if we can get him to tilt it up somehow just a little. Thanks Michael.
Dude.
See you guys.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
Michael Strons. All right, can we go just a little bit higher with your camera at all? Is there any way to do that? Because we don't see the head. We got the classic 2012 butt shot from the Elite Series back in the day.
How about that?
How about down a little bit further?
Let me put you. How about this? How about we put you on the back deck?
That might be perfect.
Let me put it down a little bit.
Yeah, down just a little. There you go. All right, we are.
How was that?
Are we? Yeah, that's perfect. Are we officially fishing?
We are officially fishing. I just dropped the scope, and I'm looking on my live scope for the first time. And this right here, this might be a big smallmouth, is what this might be.
So you're
it's either going to be
already on a fish.
No, I'm not on a fish yet, but this spot typically is either a big, giant largemouth, or it is like 4 to 6 pound smallmouth. So let's see if we can find one. All right.
Vike F-Ball 74 says, dang, dude, if Austin doesn't catch a big one, there's going to be some bummed out BTLers.
Yeah, you put a lot of pressure on me.
That's all
let's.
good.
Oh, God. All right, here we go. 10 pounder. All right, we smoked them. Oh. Okay. All right, we're off just a little bit. That's a 10 pounder, guys. We have a 10 pounder.
Walk us through what you're doing.
All right, so he's at 45 feet. Just cast it above his head. Willie minnow. He is swimming right. So he doesn't see it. Okay, yeah, that's a giant. That's a largemouth for sure.
What tells you that it's a largemouth?
There ain't no way a smallmouth is that big. All right, we got a runner. Okay, hold on. Let's get it to him. My eyes were kind of frozen there, so I screwed up.
Yeah.
The cast.
You don't have anything on your back graphs or anything that show GPS or where you are or anything, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
All right. So that was a big one. He is hiding in this rock. There he is.
So is he swimming? You think he's swimming away because he feels the presence of you, or that's his natural swimming motion?
I think that my guides were frozen and I screwed up the first cast, and I think he knows what's up.
So first cast very important.
First cast very important. Like I said, my guides, the tip of it's kind of frozen. This is just part of it, you know. Yeah, he is disintegrated into the bottom. That was a giant. So we're going to continue to keep looking. Okay.
There's people that are asking, saying, like, your scope is dialed in already. This is the first time you've had it in the water. Talk a little bit about, like, how you were able to just drop it without ever having the boat in the water before and already had your stuff dialed in.
So I picked it up from the bass tank yesterday, and what I do is I have Scott do my settings, and then I basically take his settings and just do a few tweaks. And it's the same thing I do every year. I've done it 2 or 3 years now. So they're very close. Every graph and transducer is a little different. This is very close, but it is I'd say it's 95% dialed in. I need to turn down the color limit just a hair.
What does that do?
So the color limit, if with color fill, or say color limit and color gain, will make a harder return on your bait. I'm getting a hard return, but I've got a little bit of fuzz on the bottom right now. So let's see. There was only one fish on that spot, and it was a giant. So there's a rock pile up here. We'll go ahead and speed on over there. And a couple brush piles in between. They're either going to be on rock, brush, or floating. So let's see. We're cruising, looking for a floater. So this is kind of the part of winter fishing to where when you find them, you catch them, but they like to group up this time of year. So we're just going to try and hurry up and find a group. I haven't been out here in probably 3 weeks. Last time I was here, the water temperature was about 51, and it's currently 44. So I'm just cruising along. I'm on this break right now, so I'm looking up into 15, and then I can also look down into the channel, which is in about 40. And we're cruising this break, kind of makes a point right here, and then it dumps into a drain, and there's a rock pile right in the middle of the drain. So,
yeah. Sean with a good question. He said, I don't know how people are able to navigate the trolling motor and scope around at the same time. I would get knocked in the water. That's just a time on the water thing, isn't it, Austin?
It's time on the water, and you know how people say, like, you got to get your sea legs, and that's kind of the deal. Matt and I fish together all the time, and it's a miracle we don't throw each other out of the boat. But you kind of get that feel just from having time on the water. And I would advise starting with the trolling motor on 9 and going, run around on 4 or 5 and take it easy. But right now we're currently on 8, and we're cruising, looking for a big one. We are probably 30 to 40 yards away from this rock pile. There should be some on there. I caught a 30-pound bag off this rock pile 2 years ago, this exact day. So we'll see if they're there. There's
questions about potentially putting the scope on the screen here. It appears as though the screen we can see is a hummingbird. Is your other one a Lowrance or a Garmin on the other side?
They're all hummingbirds except for the Garmin up front.
Okay, so there's no way to actually link that. Yeah. In the future, there are ways that we can incorporate it. You've seen what Kyle Patrick has done. You've seen what Zaldane has done. Like, I'm not claiming this is anything groundbreaking or anything with live, but we are working on potentially doing some other stuff. This is what you guys get today. I just wanted to try this and see, and it was a small window where we have good weather in Oklahoma to where I knew Austin was going to go do this anyway. So I was like, hey, let's give her a shot and see what happens. So far, so great.
No fish in the brush. There's 2 brush piles right there. No fish in the brush piles. And that's the great thing about live scope is that I can look in that brush pile. I made 1 cast over the top to try and draw something out, and nothing came out. So that's the good thing about live scope. I can move on because, it's very efficient. And if I see another brush pile and there's not anything in it, then they're probably not in brush piles. So
do you find in cold fronts they get in brush piles? I know the traditional thinking has always been, hey, cold front water goes down, those fish are going to get grumpy, they're not going to be moving, they're going to be buried in the brush pile. That's what Bassmasters told us for the last 25 years. But have you found over the last 5 years with scope that is typically not the case when we're in 44-degree water like this? Or is it always worth still checking the brush?
So to be honest, every lake's different, and all live scope is trial and error. So you get that feedback, right? So because you can see it, and you might go to a lake that right now they are in brush piles because it's the best available cover. On these rock lakes, typically you can catch some fish out of some brush piles, but on these rock lakes, the rock is typically the best available cover. Any kind of rock transition with sand or gravel, if you have that, like Grand Lake, those fish typically like to get in that. But there's times where you can't beat a brush pile at Grand Lake. So it's kind of just trial and error. Every single lake you go to, and even every single day, you can go to the same lake over and over again. and they could be on brush piles for 3 days straight. Here's a brush pile right here. We're going to make a cast with our frozen line. I don't see anything in it, but I'm just going to make a pass over the top of it and see if anything comes out.
How often do you think there's nothing in the pile and then something comes out of the pile?
I'd say probably 30% of the time.
Oh, wow. So it's always worth putting it on a pile regardless.
It's well, unless, you know, oh, just kidding. There's one glued to the bottom on the front side of the pile. So we're going to try and pendulum our minnow down and to get past the brush pile, and there's a rock pile underneath it. So we are currently going down. The fish has disappeared. Here he is. Here he comes. Let's see what he does. All right, so we got a little high there. All right, he is not wanting to react to our bait.
But he noticed it.
It kind of like he knew what was up. Like, I could already tell that fish has seen a bait. So it looks like everybody that's been coming out here has been fishing brush piles. So the deal is with the rock is they can hide. Ooh, all right, there is, this brush pile has fish in it. Here we go.
On the bottom or in the brush?
They are glued to the top of the brush, which is correct. But sometimes that'll fool you and it'll be a big old crappie. So we're going to go over it. If it's a bass, he'll come out, take a look at it, all of that. So I'm starting to think as I get closer, he's getting smaller. So I'm starting to think it's a crappie. We are going over the top of him right now. And that's a crappie. Okay, so we're going to move on.
It was a crappie.
You can tell that, you know how hard they are, and whenever they decide to go after it, it's like stationary, and then they blow through it. That's what a crappie does. So he just took a pass at it, and he got closer to the boat and got smaller. So a lot of times, sand bass, crappie, all of that, they get smaller as they get close to the boat, and bass kind of hold their shape. Okay, so they got to be around here somewhere. All right, so here's this rock pile with scattered brush around it. They're going to be on a little section here, so I'm going to throw this minnow over this rock pile.
You casting past it or right on top of it?
I'm casting 5 feet past the rock pile.
All right,
and so
44-degree water.
Yep.
Massive cold front.
Yep. So we are down to the rock now. So we are going to shake our minnow over the top of the rock. Nothing so far. Coming over a big boulder right here. And there is not an A-rig in the boat, folks. I did not allow myself to bring an A-rig this morning because I'm not going to be able to throw that at Gville. So,
what? I'll ask a question. If you see a fish, if something you want to talk about, just completely change your train of thought and cut it off. But what are your thoughts? I think if you've watched any of your videos, people that know you know that you're a shallow, muddy water spinnerbait flipping, power fishing type of guy. But I think those that are getting to know you more nationally, you've done a really good job of implementing the live scope, the jerk bait, the minnow, that type of stuff, a big player in your Elite Series qualification. Your thoughts on qualifying 100% with the forward facing and now heading to Guntersville in a couple weeks, not being able to use it, having some fisheries on the schedule where you're not being able to use it, half and half. Your thoughts on that and kind of how you prepared?
The first thought is that I do think that the first tournament of the year is going to be very interesting to everybody. There's some circumstances where it's honestly just kind of, especially this time of year, it's kind of annoying, because it's like I can't cover as much water as I would really like to. And that's the annoying part about it, is that it's just going to slow me down. I'm gonna fish for the same fish, and every lake's different. Now, when we get into the summer, it makes it to where you have a lot more options. But this time of year is whenever you're really gonna see some kind of a difference. is because there's not a whole lot of options in winter fishing. I think it's going to be interesting, and you have to make the best of it, no matter what you think. And we're going to be at Guntersville with no live scope. I leave on Saturday, and we're going to be there, and we're going to have to catch them. So you kind of have to embrace it. And there is a school on the edge of this break. I'll throw to them after this cast. I'm throwing to an individual right now on a brush pile. Okay, so we're going over the top of one right now. Let's see what he does. All right, we're going to get
on the water with Austin Cranford. We have $100 Lucky Lure gift card. Michael Strauss from Lucky Lure, one of Austin's sponsors, came on and offered that. Also, for a 10-pounder, one of Austin's rod sponsors, Rod, for a 10-pounder. Allegedly, I did that. I'm sure he can swing that. And then anything over 6, which is highly likely, a spool of Sunline. And now that Court officially lives in the house with me, her job is to mail things out. So like the Spro reels from last week, this stuff will actually get in the mail now. So
here we go, guys. We got one tracking it. Looks pretty good.
Tracking? What do you mean tracking?
So there's one currently on the bottom, slowly following this minnow. He's not super aggressive, but he is tracking it, and he is a 6-pounder. So here he comes. He's getting a little bit quicker. Getting a little bit quicker. Come on. There's 3 of them. All right. Come on, y'all. Shoot up. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here's an opportunity right here. Come on. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Ooh, swerve. Swerve. That's a giant, guys. That's a giant. Here he comes again. Here he comes again. Ooh, swerve. This one's probably in between 7 and 8. All right. Here we go. Make another pass at it. Make another pass at it. Make another pass. Oh, another swerve. All right. Here we go. There's 3 of them. If we could just get one of them. My reel is currently freezing up right now as well. All right. They really like that. This was a used minnow, meaning I have a big hole in it.
Oh, so we're gonna fresh one. All right, come down.
I got to refresh you.
Do you mind talking us through how you rig these things to make sure that they're perfect? This is something you've gotten much better on over the last 3 to 4 years, is actually having a properly rigged presentation. In the Shawnee Twin, it was one of the things that drove me nuts. I feel like you've much better about your preparation and the details.
Yep. So we are going to pull out a Willie minnow and champagne pepper.
Are your hands not frozen?
They're not great. They're actually really, really cold, but I'm trying to catch one for you guys.
I would not be able to do that. I would be like whimpering in the bottom of the boat right now.
Okay, so this one
I have never show your hands to the camera. They are like the brightest shade of red I have ever seen.
Okay, so we're going to go through the nose.
Okay.
And then where you think you are going to pop out, go about just a little bit longer to get that bait to curl, just a hair. You see there's a little bit of curl. And then I just kind of straighten it out a little bit. That'll kind of give you like a wobble. And then that right there. So Willie Pete's and champagne pepper.
Is that on the Gamakatsu
Horizon head? Yep, that's a 3/16 ounce head. It's a 3/0 hook. It's the same exact head that I caught the 43-pound bag on last winter. So let's see if we can't get one of these suckers to commit.
So have you given up on that big one that swerved it? And when you say swerve it, that fish saw it was coming up. I mean, how far was it behind the fish?
The fish was about an inch to a half an inch. He almost ate it. So I'm kind of going to give him a different presentation here. I'm going to try and speed him up.
Yes, I agree. Kyle Patrick's setup would be amazing. I think he's in probably around 20 G's on that setup. This is not a Starlink setup. This is actually just a 5G setup with Austin. So Kyle Patrick dialed in, mad props. Yeah, I don't think people understand what it is to have that setup that he has, that Zaldane has, that type of stuff for the live. It's not a plug and play. There's a lot of moving parts in that. So.
Okay, so we're going down to the same 3 right here. We're going to just kind of go right over their back. Oh, gosh. I'm kind of getting on top of them a little bit, which isn't good.
How far out in front of the boat are they?
25. I kind of got a little too hot and got a little too close.
Like to hit them at like 60, 70?
I like to hit them at 55 to 70 in there. Yeah, I might have screwed that one up. All right, let's try this again.
What does that mean?
I just kind of drifted over the top of these fish, and currently they're in about 25 feet. Is what I'm seeing. So there's this spot that we're gonna hit, and then the point straight across. We're going to idle over there if we don't get them to eat here.
Lincoln G asking if they're glued to the bottom, why not drop something like a blade or a drop shot, something like that?
This time of year, I kind of I go to war with 3, maybe 4 baits. And the deal is bite, presentation to bite percentage. With a minnow, your presentation to bite percentage is really, really high. I would probably drop a jig to those fish, and I probably will. But I think that our best chance to catch and target a 10-pounder right now is to see the fish and throw a minnow at it. That is why.
And also, Runner, here's a question. Cam Gobia, what structure is holding these fish?
So this is all rock bottom, and then there's a ledge right here. So rock bottom with scattered brush piles, and then there's a ledge that it drops off. And those 3 fish that I pulled those fish off of, or those 3 fish I pulled off, they were sitting on that ledge, on the very top of it right before.
Now, will they go back and will they reset? Can you?
Yeah, they'll reset.
Spin around and hit them again?
Yep. But what we're going to do is we're going to hit this rock point. I'm going to idle over to the promised land. The promised land is right there.
And then
I just wanted to hit
while you're idling over to the promised land.
Yep. We'll go over to the promised land. That is one of the areas that I caught the 43-pound bag. So we'll to be continued. But this is a pretty good rock pile right here. I'm going to go ahead and reel in because I see one. Okay, that's a good one. Yep, that's our guy. That's our guy right there. I need to see some effort, buddy.
I do have a heartbeat app here. Can you hear that in your headsets?
A heartbeat?
Yeah, can you hear that?
Not really.
I think it adds to it. It's one of the sounds, Steve.
Okay.
I mean, you get one hot behind it and you talk it through it, and I hit the heartbeat. That was a great suggestion by one of the guys viewing it right there. I don't know how long the show is going to be. I don't know what Austin's battery length is. As long as we have a good signal and Austin's
have a signal
with it, we'll continue to roll with it. But I don't know how quick your battery will get zapped.
I have a charger in the boat.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to.
Yeah, if Austin doesn't catch any like that, no giveaways.
Got a big one behind it. Go get you some of that, bud. They are very, very slow, ladies and gentlemen.
Where did that fish come from? Did he just pop off the bottom?
I went over the top of a boulder, and he was sitting on that boulder. He's getting a little bit faster. Come on, go get you some of that. Man, these fish would eat a jerk bait. All right, let's grab another rod.
You got jerk bait in the boat?
I got a jerk bait in the boat.
I thought you said they were deep. How are you going to get them that deep?
I am currently on top of this point, and it's 15 foot. So,
okay.
Yeah, so those fish out there were anywhere from 8 to 10 pounders. And these ones up here are, that one that just followed me was probably between 5 and 6. So, yeah, that's a sunline. Oh my gosh.
We're approaching approaching 300 people live watching you.
Okay. So what you're saying is that Cranford, get your stuff together and catch a bass.
No, I mean,
currently,
I think people think, they see the videos, they see the stuff. There's a giant misconception, especially this time of the year, whether you're looking at the OHIV guys, the giant fish that are being caught, what you're doing, that it's go out, drop your live scope and catch these fish. But this is a long, slow, tedious process. Most of the time you're not catching numbers of fish at all. You might go hours in between catching them. You might go an hour in between seeing them. I mean, this is truly kind of, especially with the forward facing sonar, a process of hunting, identifying, and then kind of playing a game of cat and mouse with these things. And if you get if you go out on a day like today, like what are you happy with when you get off the water?
If you're targeting big ones, I would say 8 bites is a really good day. So some days I have crazy days, we catch 20 fish, but that's a rarity. 8 bites, and if I catch somewhere over this frozen, yeah. If I catch anything over 20 to 25, I'll be happy. This time of year, if you catch 5, it'll probably weigh 20. That's a big one sitting up on top of that rock. All right, let's see if they want a jerk bait.
What tells you it's a big one?
There's a really, really bright return. And he is just from, oh God, here we go, guys. Here we go. He got it. Oh, he broke me off, boys. Oh my gosh, my line was frozen. Gosh dang it. Broke me off. 6 pounder. Golly. Unbelievable. They want a jerkbait, guys.
That was just conditions, wasn't it? Because
the
line was literally frozen in the guides when you set the hook.
Yeah. That's it. It just broke my line. And he absolutely zero hesitation. Zero. Just went over there and just crushed it. This is and I got, probably month-old line on this right here too. Golly, guys. That was a big one too. There's 3 of them up there. I'm surprised he hasn't come up and jumped. So this is a Spro McStick.
That's you alternate between that and the 6 cents. You're not a big mega bass guy.
No, I'm not a big mega bass guy. It is a 6 cents one whenever they are a little shallower. The Spro McStick whenever they're a little bit deeper. And if there is absolutely zero wind and they are deeper and the water's really, really cold, I throw the Smithwick Rogue. All right.
Yeah, you have a video where you just caught a 7 on the Rogue.
Yeah, that was a 30-pound bag on the Rogue. I'm gonna loosen my drag a little bit just because it's cold and this is old line and I don't feel like breaking another one off again. So, golly, that was such a big one.
There's the vintage Cranford I know and love.
What?
The old line.
All right, let's see, boys. So we're going over.
I don't care what kind of line you're going to use. It's going to break sometimes, especially when you're fishing in 7-degree weather.
Yeah. This is, and I could have done a better job and put new line. Oh my gosh. Hold on, boys. Stand by. Come on, hear me. Hear me. Hear
What do
me.
you mean? What do you mean? Hear you?
I was too high to where he couldn't see me, but he could possibly hear me with the jerk bait. So here we go. These are the same group of fish I broke off.
Are you if he gets behind it, interrupt me. Are you comfortable talking about how you like to position your jerk bait around the fish, or do you want to keep that in your back pocket for now?
It's fine. I keep it away from him as clear as the water is. So water clarity is where I start it. So if he is, if you can see 5 foot, I currently have one behind it right now. So sometimes they've been liking it on the paws lately, so I'm gonna let it sit there. He is
Sean Austin just turned 30 years old. You're an old scoper.
Old man.
Yep, that is a suspending Spro jerkbait that you're currently throwing. Are you adding any weight to it, changing the trebles, adding split rings, doing any of the McClellan tricks to it?
This is straight out of the box. There is some tricks that you do to it, but a lot of it is in the summertime. I usually add a front hook a little bit heavier in the summertime to get it down a little bit deeper, because the whole deal, here he comes. All right, we're going to move on to a different fish. Golly, those are big.
Why are we moving to a different fish?
Because he gave it a good effort. All right, are y'all ready? I'm currently looking at 3 big ones that are sitting up on top of a rock. All right, y'all ready for this? Here we go. I can cast as I backlash. See, and this is why you go fishing in these conditions before you go to a tournament like this. And you can just kind of dial your stuff in for the conditions. Like that right there, I might have messed it up because of my bad cast. All right, here we go. Let's try this again. Another
live
backlash.
on the water with Austin Cranford.
There's this whole school of them up there, guys.
Anything over 5 would be the biggest bass. Well, no, that's not true. You're going to have to beat a 7.5, because on our very first live stream, Shaw Grigsby caught a 7.5 out of Florida in one of our very first live streams ever 15 years ago. So you got a little bit of work cut out for you.
Oh, come on. Get it. Get it.
How are you determining when to twitch it, when to pull it away, when to let it sit? Because it seems like sometimes you're popping it pretty hard and sometimes you're just feathering it.
So if he's on it pretty hard, like that one got on it pretty good, I kind of keep the gas, you know. And if he's kind of slow following it, that's whenever I do like those little bitty twitches just to kind of keep his attention.
Jeff Brazil says he's about to jump out of his chair. Hell yeah, we're ready, buddy.
All right, I'm working on it. We're looking at some right now currently. Trying to figure out what these guys want.
What do you mean what they want? You're just by how the fish are reacting to whatever you're putting down there?
Yeah. So like what retrieve they want. So here lately in Oklahoma, I've been catching them on the paws a lot. And so I don't know if they want me
you
to
were
just
catching them out of the trees where you did a 30 rack. That was like fish all on the paws.
All on the paws, yes. All right, I'm going to throw a minnow over these fish. I haven't seen it yet. All right, let's see what they do. All right.
We got people watching this in the bathroom at work with earbuds. We got people delivering mail in Iowa in 3 degree weather.
Here one comes. Come on. Come on, boy. Get it. Get it. Come on. You can do it. Oh, come on. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, swerve.
I will say in Fishing with Austin, he does talk to the fish like this, regardless of whether he's on live or not.
Oh my God. Except for I'm probably a little bit nicer whenever I'm on live.
Yeah. Kirk might have a little nugget here. He said from the fly fishing world, it's called Loon Ice Off Paste. Maybe something you want to look into if you're fishing in super cold weather. I'm assuming it's to reduce the ice for the steel headers when everything's single digits.
Never caught a steelhead on the bucket list.
They're wild. They just go nuts for like 100 yards. Like you don't think a trout, quote unquote, can do what they do, but they are bad to the bone.
Here's a
silicone spray.
Here we go. Here's a good opportunity. He didn't do what I want him to also. Golly, come on.
I notice you keep your rod and reel like really low too. Like, I mean, most people have that up around, like you're down around your knees with where you're holding it.
Yeah. Oh God, here we go. Here we go. Come on. Yeah. Hold on. We are currently trying to talk this guy into it. Oh God. He nipped it. Yeah, I keep it really low. It's just something I've always done. There's really no science to it. And because my hand is right there on the reel.
Walk through your scoping setup again, like up there, like graph what you're rolling with.
So we have a 16-inch 1643 Garmin as our live scope. And then we have a 16-inch Humminbird Apex we are going to run 360 on this year. And that's at the front. And then we have a 12 and a 10-inch Humminbird Explorer at the console. With and I didn't know this, but it comes with Lake Master. Just turned it on this morning. It doesn't have a chip on it. It comes with Lake Master. Oh my gosh, Matt. These fish are so A-riggy.
This is good though.
Yeah. This is why we do it, you know.
This is what it is like. You see the pictures, you see the guys holding it. It drives me nuts when people go, "Oh, you just go out and do it." Like we're 45 minutes into this. Austin has had one big one that did not make it into the boat, but this is a typical day. It is not a go out, whack and stack, unless you're giant crappie fishing, which right now I currently can't even get my boat out of the garage because I've got some boxes in there from where Court moved in, and now we're kind of snowed in up until today, so I might try to get that done today so we can get out.
Yeah, and typically when you find them and they're active is whenever it goes down, and it might take you a couple hours to find them. These fish right here are definitely bass. Obviously, I got one to bite and broke it off. I think me breaking it off is probably what screwed it up. Might have been able to catch.
That fish is down there back with those fish, just like flexing his mouth, and they're going, that doesn't seem natural.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. All right, so
folks, if you've been paying attention on this, Austin's gone 20 minutes without seeing anything. He's also made casts on fish over 6 pounds, probably on 10 plus fish, and has yet to have one commit. So this is where you kind of see this is what makes the good guys good, is they can convert the fish that 99% of guys can't get to react. What are we going with now?
We're gonna go jig.
Oh, this is I like it. Why the jig?
Because they're acting so lethargic and slow and don't want to chase the minnow and struggling to chase the jerkbait. and they are glued to the bottom currently. And so I'm going to let them sit there and think about it.
Okay, so you're trying to get them to eat like a feeding bite on the jig, not a reaction bite. Like I know we've seen Tyler Williams and some of those guys with a heavy jig. They're snapping it, they're moving it. You're more getting it down there and putting it in front of them and giving them a chance to eat it instead of a reaction bite.
Yeah, so I'm basically matching their attitude. They're really slow. They're on the bottom. A jig is really slow, and you fish it on the bottom. So that's the logic, you know. So and it works sometimes, you know. And so a lot of it works better on fresh fish. These obviously aren't fresh fish. I've been messing with them for a minute. I'm actually going to drop this right on top of their head and see what they do.
What are we like? Are we talking 3/4 ounce jig, 1 ounce, ½ ounce?
This is a 3/4 ounce jig. I think this is a 6-inch 3/4 ounce jig. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens here. They are
a sticky bottom.
Oh yeah, it's all rock. Okay, we need to get on some. Ooh, big floater. Hold on, big floater.
Austin's gone back to the minnow. It's located a giant.
Okay, let's see what he does.
Made a cast.
He's already trying to go down to the bottom. We are right over the top.
Cast.
This is about a 7-pounder, 8-pounder in there. Here he goes. He sees it. And he has slowly turned to follow. He's not super excited, but I'm just kind of keeping it barely above the bottom. All right, now that we've got that fish coming towards me, let's throw a jerk bait at him because he didn't want to follow it that fast.
How far above that fish will it be?
This it's probably going to be about 3 foot above this fish because
he'll be like right on it.
Yeah. The water clarity, it's kind of dirty right now. So let's see. So that was our first reaction from a floater.
2 away from 300 people watching you live.
Okay. All right, we got a floater right here, right next to me. And he looks like he wants a jerk bait. Oh, scared of the jerk bait.
What do you mean scared?
As soon as he's seen it, he swam away from it, which means we're going to go idle over to that point real quick and get on some fresh fish.
Okay, we're going to take a break. We're live on the water. Austin at Cranford. Hopefully we have a signal over there. So far, so good. I'm happy with what we've got. Greatly appreciate it, Austin. And we will take a break, Lord willing. When we come back, more on the water live as Austin Cranford chases gigantic largemouth bass, 44-degree water, 20-degree air temperature. His hands are a shade of red that I have never seen before. And BTL listeners get nothing if he doesn't catch a big one. And depending on how big, make sure that phone doesn't fall, Austin.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
When I'm in a tournament, conditions are constantly changing and every second matters. With the Deep Dive app, I can instantly pull up all the current lake conditions all in one spot. So no more looking at weird government websites. In just one quick glance, I have water clarity, water level, wave forecast. It's all right there in the Deep Dive app. Download the Deep Dive app and get all the tools you need to put together an awesome tournament.
Your early morning mentality is your every hour mentality. All gas, no brakes. Focus, purpose, power. Destined for the water, but confident everywhere else. A calming buzz before the storm, truth of nature itself. You can't catch lightning in a bottle. There's a limit out there, but it's not with your gear. Unrelenting power delivery. Unparalleled weight savings. Keeping you on the water, whether you run a 9.9 or outscoping your best 5. In this rare air, there's power in the silence. It's a mindset thinking only of the things that matter and freeing your mind from the things that you trust.
Pro Bass Adventures is reinventing Mexico bass fishing. With boats equipped with 12-inch Garmin units and LiveScope Plus, free loaner fishing rods, and no-cost airport transportation, Pro Bass Adventures is proudly putting you in the best position for success. Pro Bass Adventures has lodges on Lake Baccarat and Lake El Salto, Mexico's two best trophy largemouth bass lakes. Visit probassadventures.com or email probassadventures@gmail.com. The official Mexico fishing lodge of Bass Talk Live. All right, welcome back. We're back on the water, full screen now. Austin Cranford live. Trying to catch a 10-pounder.
Okay.
Still got audio. We back in the swing of things.
Yep, still got audio. Just plug the phone in. Make sure that our phone doesn't die. We're pulling up to this spot right now. They like to get on this in the winter, and I think that if we can get around some fresh ones, they'll bite. And if I can get them shallow enough, I'm going to throw that jerkbait at them, because I did break off a 5 or 6 pounder right over there. No hesitation.
What do you mean a fresh one? There's no boats in the parking lot.
Fresh one to me. So first few casts that the fish see a bait today would be a fresh fish. But once I've kind of fished for them for 5 or 10 minutes, they get, they might not have been caught, but something turned them off about whatever my presentation was, so they're no longer fresh. So
I think the people can still hear me while I got you full screen. If you can still hear me, there's no need for me to be. I just realized I could do that. I don't think there's any need for me to be in the screen as long as people. Can you guys still hear me? I know Austin can.
All right, there's one on the bottom. This one's probably a smallmouth, the way it looks. It's glued to the bottom. If he shoots up, it's a smallmouth. Hold on. These cheap AirPods. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Did the AirPods die?
Yeah, let me plug these in real quick. Can you?
Okay.
You can hear me, right?
I can still hear you, but we are an hour into this thing too. So I told people I wasn't sure how long it lasted. When we get the AirPods with the ears a little bit better, Austin had to stop at the old Wally World and pick up some AirPods and then charge them before we did this live, and we were back on great time. So, but yeah, I still got you. We still have audio. We just hear a little bit more wind now.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to get this other AirPod. I should have kept one in, so one was always charging. I'm currently trying to get this AirPod out of this spot. Oh, there we go.
We're live on the water with Austin Cranford. Yes, we have the DJI mics. I have the DJI mics. We'll be using that in the future. This was literally kind of a last minute thing. That's why the title says Double Digit Bass live from the water in frozen Oklahoma, and then it says maybe after it. There's Austin's frozen hand.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to, the AirPods are going to charge. They don't take long to charge.
Okay.
So like 5 minutes, they'll be charged. So you might have to deal with this bad audio for 5 minutes.
Okay. Go down just a little bit more.
And then we will be back to ideal conditions.
Okay. So maybe a little 5-minute break there. If you're listening on the iTunes, I think we can still hear Austin, but he moved it up to the front deck where we now still have a good angle. Those DJIs are awesome. Have you tried, can you still hear me, Austin?
I can hear you, yeah.
I got you. Have you tried dipping the rod in the water to melt the ice? Everyone's been wondering why you haven't been dipping the rod tip.
So, a little bit of a tip. I do that last resort, because the more you dip it, the more it freezes.
Yeah, the more you dip it, the more it freezes. All right, we're on a point. We're going to see if we can get it charged to give him the last couple minutes to try to catch a big one. Then he still has to break in the boat. He's still trying to get ready to leave for the Elite Series. Greatly appreciate the time that Austin has put in on this. We had a bite. We were not able to convert, and we had a couple that swerved the bait. But if you guys like this type of content, I really, instead of just the fish catching or where it is or what, I really like the talking through, the learning. I think that regardless of whether fish are caught or not, this is how you learn. This is how you get to know the guys, and this is the reality of going out and fishing. I always say it's kind of like NASCAR racing. Like, you watch the guys go around the track and you're like, dude, like all you have to do is get in the car and turn left. But what you don't realize is everybody's going 150 miles an hour, and there's a lot more to it. So the more you show things like this, even on Bass Live, when they're switching between 10 cameras, especially on the BPT, where, you know, those guys kind of switch and they can tell when someone is going to catch them. This is the reality of what you're facing when you see a lot of these guys out there.
Oh, he bit it.
Oh, Austin just had one on.
Can you hear me? There's a giant school right here.
Giant school.
He bit it.
We've had 2 bites now.
All right, we're going down to the school. Can y'all hear me?
Yep, going down to the school. I'm just going to kind of relay just for the listeners that they can hear. Austin's made a cast. He's got a school. He's working that minnow. He's got a Willie Pete's on a 5 gram 3/0 Sakamata or 3/0 Horizon head. Florida braid spinning reel. He's really working that rod tip hard on those fish. 100 gram B. Yep. I didn't know if I'd like any of the new rookies, but I can tell I'm an Austin Cranford fan now. Anybody that fishes for biggins and shows us how he does it is a good man. And I am shocked. Like, you are not holding anything back.
I know. I'm currently dragging a jig through them right now.
How many are down there, Austin?
50.
50? Like 50 all bass?
All bass. Plugged in. I'd show you the screen, but I'm plugged in right now.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I'm going to attempt to get a jerkbait down there. They're a little deep, but I'm dragging this jig right now. I might throw a big swim bait through there, actually.
Dragging a jig right now, says he might go to a swim bait. Boy, this brings me back to the on-the-water coverage with the legend Harold Allen back in the day when we were doing play-by-play, boat-to-boat on the Elite Series stuff. If Jeffries knew how easy it is to do now compared to what we had that set up.
This is a very
Hey, Lincoln wants you to make one more cast with that jig. Make one more cast with that jig is what Lincoln says. And when you get it down there, he wants you to hop it.
Okay, one more cast with that jig.
Yep. Lincoln says when you get it down there, hop that jig.
We are in the juice.
Give it a nice hop.
Little hop. Come on, bite it. There's one behind. Oh, he got it. Oh, come on. Broke me off. Broke me off.
Again?
Again.
Dude, this weather with this line is just a disaster. He's got another jig. Lincoln with the call of the day.
I have broke off that one. I mean, the whole school looks like they're anywhere from 3 to 7 pounds. And then I broke off that 5 or 6 over there. I don't know what is going on. Like,
what is that? Is that 18 pound or 20?
It's 20. So we're going to give that another. Hopefully it's not in his mouth and the same thing doesn't happen where that fish is down there screwing everything up. All right. Here we go, guys. Oh, you know what I didn't bring? I didn't bring trailers. Maybe there's a jig in here with one on it.
Unbelievable.
I might have one in this box.
Rich has just donated $2 for your lure fund. Thank you, Rich. I believe in the YouTube world they call that a super chat. Hella Bass, Rich Lindgren did a really good interview with you a couple weeks ago over on his channel, where got to know the rookies. So we've had you in studio. Rich did a really good interview with you on his show. So if you want to know more about kind of Austin, his background, why he does what he does, where he's from, what his game plan is headed into his rookie year on the Elite Series, highly recommend you go check those things out.
We don't have any crawl trailers, so we put a Cinco on the back of it.
Oh, that's an old school McClellan trick.
Yeah.
Are we going with the hop again?
Huh?
Are we going with the hop again?
We're gonna go with the hop again. We're gonna try that out. All right, we're coming down into the school.
Dropping down into the school again. Now they're just saying ridiculous things and we need to wacky rig that on the jig. We're not going that far. The hop and stop. We need more hop. We need more hopping when it's down in the school. We've got people on there saying that is the reason that bite was.
They want the hop?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have a blade bait or a little George type bait in the boat? I'm gonna just go with a hard no on that.
That's gonna be a no because we have 5 rods and a little bit of tackle.
The hop and stop is what Lincoln G is calling for.
All right.
Question, I wonder in this cold weather if mono would be a better option. I can't remember maybe 2 or 3 times that I fished in single digits with the ice and the rods and stuff. I know that's old school. I have no idea. It might be better to go with, in this situation, monofilament.
Well, we are hung up. So we're just going to break that jig off. Sorry, guys. Oh, it came out.
I would check the line.
All right, the jig kind of breaking the school up.
Okay, so we're done with the jig. Guys are saying on here that the answer for mono, the answer is mono in the frigid cold. That's news to me. I mean, I'm not going to go against that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Say everyone's armchair angling, but dude, that's the beauty of this. Like, that's the cool thing on this. How many times have you been watching where you're saying do it, and the fact that we've got Austin on who's just playing the game right along with us? I'm here for it, folks. John, he did make the Elite Series. He does know how to work a jig, but I'm just saying, we called for the hop. We got a hop and we got a bite, so it's hard to argue with that too.
If I could just not break them off.
Yeah, I've got some of the high end mono, but I use that for like pop-ars and stuff, like with a leader, like 22 pound mono leader on pop-ars and stuff.
I mean, we have 50 bass down there. We are struggling to get a bite.
Says Pig doing pig things. Do we know if Mercer is sticking with the pig name? I know that Mercer is big on earned Elite Series nicknames. So as of now, no Elite Series nickname for Austin, but he's got to go catch him on the Elite Series, and that'll come.
We got one, boys.
We're hooked up.
Hooked up.
Talk us through it. Is it big?
Oh, it's a nice one.
All right. We're fighting it.
Close, Matt.
All right. We got a fish on.
Y'all might be giving away some sunline.
Turn that camera. We can't see. We can't see. We can kind of see. He's going for the scoop.
Big old fatty.
A nice fatty. Oh, that's going to be close right there.
That's going to be close. That is a 5 something. Could be possibly 6. That is the smallest fish out of the group. I thought it was a 2-pounder.
Oh my gosh. Austin has hooked a fish. What did we catch that fish on, Austin?
On a Willie Pete.
Show how that show how that horizon head hooks those things.
Okay, it is buried in the roof of the mouth.
90% of the time, that's why so many guys use that horizon head, is because that hook, when they eat it like that, absolutely buries in. Look at the build on that fish. Beautiful.
Let's get the scale.
All right.
All right. Oh my God. It's going to be so close. It's going to be like a 5.5, 5 3/4, 6 in there.
If it's not 6, no giveaways.
Okay.
Bubba Scales, when Scott Palmer was in studio recently, failed to mention he was pissed off about it. Now a distributor of all the Bubba stuff. That I think is kind of the way of the future. You guys can link them. You can do all sorts of stuff with it. You see everyone using it. All right, here's the moment of truth. He's going to lock it. Then he's going to show the scale.
5.6.
5.6. You got, hey, put that fish on the bump the first time if you've got a measuring. I'm curious to see how long that fish is, because that's a 5.6, and I bet you it's not 19 inches long.
Okay, so this fish, my measuring board goes up to 18. He is about 19 inches long.
Yeah, 19-inch fish, 5.6.
BTL, coming at you. That's a big, thick, fat sucker. This, to be honest, this is I thought it was a 2-pounder and it was a 5. So let's go see what else we can catch down there.
All right.
All right, we're gonna release it. All right. Gotta get in their 6-pounder.
That bumped us up over. We got 320 people on live that watched that catch.
Okay, I'm gonna try the headphones again.
Okay. We'll see if it connects. Testing 1 2. You got me?
You got me?
Yeah, you're back.
We're back. All right.
Put that camera
like the
back.
McRib.
Put that camera back up where it was. Who knows how long this will last? But Austin is on a school. He said that was the smallest out of the school. It was a 5.6. If there's a 10 in there, we have rods, we have gift cards. So lucky we were tackle. If it's over 6, we have Sunline given away.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna
have to
adjust the camera again back to where it was. It needs to be like a little bit further down and back if possible. There you go, right there. Perfect. Okay. All right, we're back in action.
Back in action. Got the school fired up, boys. Okay. So when I'm around 10-pounders, it's really, really hard for me to throw anything under 6 inches on a minnow, to be real honest. So here we go. 6-inch. So there was a group, there's the big group of like 30, and then there's a group of like 10 off to the side, and that was the group off to the side. So we're gonna make another cast at them. Okay. Need to. All right. We're going to throw at these 2 floaters right here. They're kind of deep.
Yes, that's a 3.0 horizon head. Is that the 4 gram or the 5 gram?
It's a 3/16, whatever that is.
That's a 5 gram.
Okay.
5 gram 3/0 horizon head, Gamakatsu.
Going over one's head right now. I'm a little off. All right. I thought that was 2. It turned into 1.
So you saw a tail of 1, so that's a 10.
That's a 10.
So you're on a 10 is what you're trying to say.
I don't think he's quite 10, but he is definitely a sunline fish. Ooh, he might be 10. He might be 10. He sees it. Here he comes. Here he comes. It might be a 10. It might be a 10, boys. Go get it. Go get it. Eat it. Oh, swerve. Swerve. Big swerve. Big swerve. Golly, guys. All right.
You get a shot out. Was that a one and done?
That's a one and done. He went right down to the bottom. He was floating over the abyss out here.
Dude, I got adrenaline on that. Like my heart started pumping a little bit on that one. Also.
Yeah, it's whenever he saw the bait and started turning and burning, he went from a 6 to a 10 real fast.
They're saying you better be like this on Bassmaster Live. You need a shirt. I think you need a shirt that just says swerved.
Swerved? Yeah, that's all they do to me today. Except for we have had 3 bites.
Yeah.
And have caught 1. All right, going into the school. Going back down to the school. Here we go. That is a absolute mega school, boys. As soon as I catch these fish, I'll show you what the school looks like. All right, we're coming over the school. I kind of shorted the vast majority of the school. We're going over some singles right now, but they're all glued to the bottom. Here we go. We got a player. We got a player. We got a player. We got a player. Get you some of that. Boys, let's go! Oh, we got a drum! We got a drum!
Oh, no. Now everyone owes us Sunline.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. I need some new Sunline. I've been breaking fish off. All right. That's a drum, boys. Doesn't count.
Are they all drum?
No, that was one of those singles on the bottom. I'm going to throw back into the school.
How high are you keeping it above them? Kyle Mass wants to know.
3 feet. I got 3 foot of water clarity, so I'm keeping it 3 foot above their head.
Otter Cat saying he just caught you a Tennessee River smallmouth.
Dang right. All right, here we go. That right there is the biggest one in the group. About to go over his head. See if we get any kind of reaction. No reaction from the biggin. All right, let's see about these other guys. Coming over the school, we got a follower. Not a very good follower. Not super aggressive. All right, let's throw over here to this side school where I caught that 5 out of. All right, here we go, boys. There looks like there's a stump on the edge of this break. These fish are about 25. Oh, God. Biggin sees it. Biggin sees it. Biggin sees it. Go get you some of that, boy. Get you some. Get you some. Get you some. Come on. Oh, my God. It's a 12. It's a 12, guys. Here he comes again. Different fish. Oh, my God. This thing is so big, dude. Oh, my gosh, guys. He come flying out of that school. All right, we're gonna try something. He didn't like that. All right, let's get it into that school before he goes tells them. Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, you're golden. We're working on something
Okay.
here. Just keep rolling. You're full screen.
Okay.
My mom just texted me and wants to know how your hands are not frozen, turning black, and falling off.
I think that they're so numb that I can't feel them anymore. You can see, I don't know if you can see the bank, but it's this whole entire lake, the bank is covered in snow. And so we are currently down to the same fish that followed my bait. He is on the bottom cruising. We got our minnow shaking. See if he sees it. I'm off just a touch. All right, let's go back to the school. I mean, the odds are, if I catch another one, the odds are pretty high it's over 6, from what I'm seeing. All right, let's go back to the side school.
All right, had to do a little housekeeping here.
Okay, I got you.
We may have a special guest jump in and help me with a little bit of this analysis.
Okay.
And any guesses, folks? Any guesses, folks?
Do I get to guess?
Yeah, you can guess.
Whew. Is it going to be
It's not
is it Mark Jeffries?
No. It's someone who has been on the Elite Series, but is not currently on the Elite Series, but knows how to break down water.
Don't tell me Bradley Hallman is coming out of retirement.
No, he's about as deep in retirement as you can get. All right, we're live, folks. Austin Cranford. We've broken off 2. We've caught a 5-6. Hunting
broke 2 biggins off.
And there's only one man who can help us with this. The one, the only. Frank Scalish is in the house to help us analyze this. What's up, Uncle Frank?
What is happening?
All right, we've been live for over an hour and a half now. We've had near misses. We've had swerves. We've had broken off because of frozen guides. We had one of our listeners that said, hey, hop that jig. Austin hopped it. An 8-pounder cracked it, broke it off in the guides because they were frozen, just caught a 5-6 and a drum, and now he's on a mega school. The people were calling for you, and now they got you.
And I have no idea what I'm going to say.
What's up, Frank? Can you hear me?
Yeah, dude, loud and clear, man. I'm jealous. We got like 18 inches of ice here.
We're I don't know about 18 inches. We got about 7, so we got about half that. That's a lot for us Okies. We're currently I'm currently trying to get my jerkbait down to 20 foot right now. So I'm just kind of letting it sink. And
perfect.
Yeah.
How do you get that jerkbait down so deep? I can never get it down as deep as you can get it without adding lead strips on it.
So our water temp is what's getting me down right now.
Okay.
A lot of jerkbaits like to sink whenever water gets this cold. And so I'm kind of using it to my advantage to get it down there. The old Smithwick Rogue is the one I throw when I don't want it to sink. All right, we are currently we're about 8 foot above the school's head, or at least a portion of the school.
How far were they moving to look at it?
Oh, they can see anywhere from 3 to 5 foot. One of them, I mean, I'd say when you get about 5 foot, they come to it. Okay, the school's over there. I'm gonna have to get a little bit closer because I'm having to get this thing. It's taking me some time to get it down there. This is one of the hardest things to do with live scope is to get a jerkbait down this deep.
Frank, one of the things I wanted to bring you on was Austin broke off 2. It's good line. We've got water temp that's 44, air temp that's in the single digits when he got to the ramp, and it's in the teens now. There was kind of a consensus in some of the feedback. And Austin, jump in if you get one on here. And I mean, we're here to watch you. But what are your thoughts? What are your experiences, Frank, between mono versus fluorocarbon in bitter cold temperatures, air temperatures like we're facing today with Austin?
Okay,
Frank froze.
Okay, as long as it ain't me. I'm froze, if y'all are wondering.
I don't know why Frank is frozen.
This fish just might be just a hair deep. for this jerk bait. I got the jerk bait down to 12 right now. Oh,
Frank is still frozen.
we've got a player. We've got a player, Matt. We've got a player. We've got a jerk bait down in 15 foot, and we have a 10-pounder behind it right now. We are all over them, boys.
Frank's rebooting. He said he'll be back in a second. What do you mean when you said player? Like you had one that came up?
Yeah, we got somebody that's interested. They're not as interested as I thought they would be for this jerk bait, but they are currently about a foot behind it. There's two of them. Oh, here we go. I know they've never seen a jerk bait that deep. We got a new player. New player just swam out of nowhere. See if they'll eat it off the bottom. I am almost to the bottom in 20 foot.
Frank, we're back. Austin's got 3 on it, and he's walking us through. He's got 3 behind it. But you heard the question. You started to ask it. Walk us through fluoro versus mono and bitter cold temperatures.
Okay, I have a tendency to go fluoro because it helps the bait sink. The other thing I like to do is I go lighter line than I normally throw because it helps it sink faster and I get more movement out of the bait with less rod movement. The big issue is the frozen guides. So you got 2 choices. You can use slick mist and put it on your guides and it helps the guides break the ice off of it. Or you could try chapstick. But if you use chapstick, you got to use an unflavored chapstick.
Why can't you use strawberry?
Well, maybe you could. I mean, hell, they used to catch bass on black grape flavored worms back in the old days.
but as far as fluorocarbon breaking in colder weather with the guides, is that just because of the makeup of the 2 lines with the ice? The mono's a little bit more forgiving on that, or what's the deal with that as far as?
Well, there's more stretch to mono, so it's a little bit more forgiving.
Okay.
But see, today the rods went to a lot of rods went to smaller guides, micro guides, and in the winter those are a big problem.
Yeah.
Because they freeze right away.
Yeah, these are mid guides that you're throwing there, Austin. Like not like the old school big guides, but not a micro guide, right?
Yeah.
Right, and that's where you want to be. The guide that gives you the most problems is the first 3. The tip to the first 3 down gives you the most problems. The other issue is when you soak the rod tip in the water to knock the ice off of it, you're just making it make more ice on it.
Yep.
Gotcha.
But it's
all right, so
winter times. Go ahead.
No. You go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, winter time's one of my most favorite times on earth to fish. So I'm very used to fishing in the kind of BS that you're going through now, Austin. I like the idea that your jerkbait is sinking. It helps a lot in the winter time. The big trick is going to be the cadence. What kind of cadence do they want?
Yeah, well, we broke one off earlier on a jerkbait, and that was my best reaction to the jerkbait so far. And that fish was so hot, I was actually jerking it pretty quick. But here lately, I've been catching them on the pause. Here lately, yeah.
So when I pause,
got him, boy.
Oh, we're hooked up.
It's a rat, but we got one.
Good get.
That fish, that fish seemed like it was really high in the water column, like it followed you a long way.
It shot up about 5 foot off the bottom, so that's a little 14-incher.
That's awesome. What he's saying right now is, I see the light. I see the light.
What about copolymer line, Frank?
No.
Okay.
No. That's all. No.
Hey, when that Rogue first came out, and we've done shows on this on day 4, and the suspending Rogue, were you adding stuff to get that down to where you would still get the slow kind of chugging rolling action of the Rogue, but being able to get it deeper using kind of tips and tricks instead of keeping it in that 4 to 6 foot range?
Yeah, so that's why I loved it. Yes, to be honest with you, I'd upsize the hooks. The Rogue is very sensitive to weight. And so when you're going to upsize your hooks, you have to make sure the bait is balanced horizontally. It has to sit horizontally in the water, or you're going to lose the action that it gives you. So that's one of the tricks with the Rogue. The other thing I tried to do back in the day was double clear coat them, because the double clear coat is just enough weight to make them sink. That's a pain in the neck. It's easier just to upsize the hooks on it to get it to go down. That's why when the Perfect 10 came out, that turned out to be a really good go-to winter bait for me, was the Perfect 10.
We've been on the water. I've taken you some of the spots that Austin has fished. You understand what's going on. You're a guy who is a recent, I don't want to say minnow convert, but are kind of learning that and adding it to your old school arsenal.
Oh yeah.
Would you say now, I mean, like, is it kind of your go-to in this? And then before the minnow, I mean, what you were using in 40-degree water on lethargic fish?
Jerk baits, and A-rigs.
Hey, Frank, we're not allowed to use an A-rig today.
I'm tracking, man. I'm tracking.
That's part of my getting ready for the Elite Series deal.
Well, that's good practice.
Any advice, Frank, for Austin heading into, I mean, you were a rookie of the year in the Opens. You've fished in multiple classics. Any advice to Austin as he heads to his first Elite Series here in less than a week?
Yeah, the only advice I'm going to tell you, bro, is it's just fishing, and keep it just fishing, and don't worry about anything else, and don't listen to everybody else either. Just do your own thing.
That's good advice. Yep. That's what I would say for the Opens as well.
Oh yeah,
aspiring Opens anglers.
Yeah, the minute you make it more than going out and trying to catch fish is the minute you start making problems for yourself. What I found is that all I try to do is catch one bass at a time. I don't try to get a limit before I catch the first one. This way you're paying attention to everything that's going on around you, so you recognize the changes when you need to make them. Here, look, at the end of the day, I'm going to say, just like I tell my kid, it's just fishing. So just go out and fish and don't worry about nothing else that's going on around you.
All right, walk us through what we're doing. We're seeing you make a lot of casts, a lot of move around. We had been on a big school of fish here. It seems like you're casting with a purpose, though. Are you making a cast to fish every time you cast the minnow out there, Austin?
Yeah, so I've kind of moved down a little bit, and on the edge of the break where it starts to break off of that about 20 and kind of dips into about 40, I just found a new school out here, and there's giants in it. And one's actually tracking it right now. Let's see if he eats it. Oh, I got to swerve, but here comes another one.
Get him.
Come on, do it. Do it. Somebody get excited. Somebody show me some effort. Let's see some effort.
I'm so amped up right now watching this.
I told you you'd enjoy this.
Let's go.
Get him.
Come on. Ah, dang it.
How close?
These are inch. These are 100% A-rig fish. Like, these are every cast A-rig fish.
What do you mean? How do you know that?
They're firing up off the bottom from it. Well, I just got a low battery deal. They're getting about an inch from it, and they're not like committing fully. I just feel like that the A-rig, they would just blast it.
You got a smaller minnow?
Yeah, I do. It's something I might try. This lake.
Oh, We just lost Cranford on the
Low
battery.
Low battery's horrible. But
Low
dude,
battery.
You got to remember, it's so cold there. Though that cold weather eats those things. It eats batteries, man.
I know. I told people, I said we were going live for an hour, and I think we got almost 2 hours. And you got in on the end of it, which was a very nice addition to it.
Well, I appreciate the heads up, man. God, I'm so jealous. God almighty. You know what I did yesterday?
It probably shoveled snow.
Dude, we got 18 to 20 inches of snow, and I don't have a snow blower. I shoveled a 38-yard driveway. You know how long my driveway is?
Yeah, that's a long driveway.
Oh, yeah. My wife runs out. You're going to die. And I'm like, I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, I guess I don't know what you're doing, but we got it back. We're back?
Yeah, we're back. Sorry, you can, Colton Hansmeyer, if you're watching it, don't call me.
Oh, so like, what are we low battery on right now?
No, that wasn't my battery. I think it's my AirPods are low battery because the phone's plugged in. So
okay, yeah, we're gonna have to adjust it more. I mean, if you want to keep going, we can keep going.
If I can get one of these to bite, somebody's getting some sunline. So
okay,
how does that look?
Just the way it was before. Now it's like angled up a little and looks further away.
Okay, hold on. Let me spin this button.
This is just a
hey. The nice thing is there's no crowds on the water today.
Zero.
Frank, you'd have been proud. We started. There you go. We started this live stream with Austin at the boat ramp and actually watched him live put his boat in on a boat ramp where you could not see a stitch of cement.
Outstanding. I love it, man.
All right, we're back. I don't know how long he's going to have his ear pods on. We might have to charge those for another 5 minutes. Like I said, this was a 48 hour lead time into it. So if it seems like we're getting some good feedback from us. So if this continues, we'll be working with DJI mics or earbuds or something, in the future to where we can hear better.
Yeah, and I went to Walmart this morning and got some earbuds. So these are $24 specials.
Hey, they're doing okay.
Yeah, they're doing
what's
all
the
right.
coldest you've ever fished in, Frank? Like is there like just one day where you remember that you went out that was just absolutely ruthless?
Yeah, actually, yeah, it was in the teens, and two times actually. Obviously, one time was up here in Ohio. It was in the teens, and you couldn't make a cast and get halfway reeled back without your guides freezing up. And then, believe it or not, the other time was in Florida. I was on Okeechobee, and it was 19 degrees 3 days in a row on Okeechobee. I never, ever, in practice, I never caught a single bass. And here, the first thing of the morning, because it was the first time I'd ever been there, I launched the boat, and I run out first day of practice, and I stuff it on a sandbar in the middle of the freaking lake. And it is 19 degrees out. I got my snowmobile suit on, and I can't get in the water to push myself off the sandbar. And so boats were, as the days started to progress, boats started coming out, and their waves started rocking me on the sandbar. So I dropped my trolling motor in just so the prop was underwater. Every time a wave would come, I would step on the trolling motor and move myself a little by little. It took me 2 hours to get off the sandbar because I couldn't go in the water. It was 19 degrees out. My day would have been over.
Jeez. Hey, Austin.
Yep.
Throw a 4-inch minnow on there. Just see what happens. I'm kind of intrigued with Frank's call on that. We're 1 for 1 so far. We hopped a jig. We caught it. I mean, you're basically our video game guy right now.
I don't have a 4, but I do have a 5.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big difference.
Okay, so let's see.
You are our experimental angler.
I mean, I keep it pretty dang simple in the wintertime, It's an A-rig, a jerkbait, a minnow, and a jig. I mean, and a crankbait sometimes, but
That's it, buddy. That's all you need.
Hey, Frank, this is also Austin's first time on the water in the boat. Like, he had never started it, had never had it in, had never tweaked his electronics, nothing. He literally took it off of the trailer and has been fishing for an hour and a half now.
It's a brand new boat. Hey, Frank, I do have a 4-inch bait. It's a freeloader.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Let's try that. Oh, just kidding. I got 5-inch Willie Pete's right here. You want to do 4 or 5? Which one? What do we think?
4.
4. Okay, let's do. I've got the freeloader. All right.
Show the difference in the minnow size between those two for the folks.
Oh yeah, money.
Okay.
Money.
All right. Let's do this. I
hope you hook up right away.
I hope so. I hope so too. And yeah, I tell you what, once we throw this smaller minnow down there, and if they don't bite it, that's when you know that we need to leave and come back. Let them get settled in again. We need to go here in a minute. We're gonna go fish my. I got a picnic table out here in about 10 foot of water that we'll go fish.
Well, if there's any bass around it, they're waiting for someone to serve them food.
Absolutely. And I might be able to get a jerk bait of those fish. All right, here we go. We're going over here to these fish. See how they react. All right. Golly, guys. Oh, here comes one. Let's see what he does with the 4-inch. Same type of follow. Let me get over here to this edge of the school where there's a whole gaggle of them. All right, here we go. That's us, right there, boys. Okay, money.
What are we
money
seeing?
shot. We got 4 big ones at 70 feet. We are going over the top of them now.
Come on,
with the 4-inch. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Oh my God, he got it. It's a giant, guys. 10 pounder. 10 pounder. Potential DD.
Outstanding, dude.
Potential DD. Lucky lure tackle might be given away. Let's see. Oh, somebody's getting sunline. Somebody's getting sunline. Oh, it's no doubt. It's like it's 7 or an 8.
Oh, outstanding.
Oh, it might be bigger than that. Oh my God!
Yeah!
Yeah, boys! Yeah! Look at that big sucker! Oh, it's freeloader, boys! Mike Scalish! Let's go! Somebody's getting sunline! Oh my God!
That is
oh my God! Look at that, boys! Look at that! That is a big one! All right, let's see what she weighs.
That is so awesome, dude. That is so awesome.
That's right. Ain't nobody out here. Let's go. This thing is a giant.
That is so fantastic.
Any guesses? Any guesses?
7-9.
I have no guess.
7-1.
Outstanding.
7-1.
That is
How about that, boys? How about that? Hey, is that the biggest one on BTL?
No. It's
Look at his fin.
Yeah.
Grigsby had a 7.5.
Okay,
15
let's
years
beat that.
ago. It's the biggest one
Let's
this
be-
decade.
Okay, let's beat that. I'm gonna let her go.
That is
7-1.
Awesome.
That's beautiful, dude. That is so outstanding.
All right.
Okay, Frank, tell me, just say stop. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
We are on Mike Soul. Woo! You just won a 22-pound spool of Sunline Structure FC. Send an email, matt@basszone.com with your information with Sunline Austin Cranford winner in the title. And my lovely wife will get this out to you.
That was so, Austin, that was so badass, dude.
Oh my God, that was second cast with the 4-inch minnow.
That was so badass.
Hey, sometimes it's just like that, you know?
Yeah.
Oh
man.
my God, my hands are freezing now.
Well, yeah, you dunked him in the water a few times.
I went like I grabbed him, like I made sure I got him, you know. So, all right. Woo, buddy. All right, 70 feet, boys. Let's drop a 30-pound bag on BTL, boys. Here we go. Same school. Coming over the top of them. Anybody hungry? Anybody hungry? Let's go. Let's go. Show me some effort. Show me some effort. That was very poor effort. All right.
Will that break a school up when you catch one out of it like that, Austin? Or sometimes it just depends on the school?
This school is still there. They're a little more spread out. It seems like when they get clumped up over the stump, after this cast, if they don't bite it, I'm going to show you what this looks like. All right, I'm coming down. I'm a little short, which is a concern, but he might see it. All right, we're coming over the top. There is a group. There's like 3 or 4 like giants, like what I just caught, and then there's like a bunch of mixed in 3s.
7-1.
That's beauty, dude. That is beauty,
7-1.
man.
You've got 2 for 12.5 right now, and should have 4 for 20.
Yeah, we should have over 20 right now. And there's no, that jerkbait fish was an absolute giant. Okay, all right, here we go. I'm going to show you guys real quick. Let me unplug this, and I'm going to show you what the school looks like.
Okay, hey, make sure there's no GPS waypoints, coordinates, anything up there. Check your
boat has
graph
0
before you show anything.
Okay.
Make sure there's no names of the map either.
Yep, make sure it doesn't show nothing.
Okay. All right.
Anything. My English just deteriorates the older I get. Make sure you don't show nothing, I believe is what I just said.
Let me get a good. Okay, so here we go. You can see, like, there's one big one right there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Point to it.
He's worming on the bottom, right on top of the ridge.
Yep.
He's right. Okay, so here is the school.
Oh my God! Oh, that is an absolute donkey, Austin.
Let me get a better look. Hold on. We are. I kind of messed the school up. I got a bunch of them to follow me on that last cast. Let me see. You can see there's 2 right here.
Oh yeah, dude.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this. You can see them dotted on the bottom right here. You see them all?
Yeah, there's a good one by the top of that ridge, dude. God.
Yeah. I'm gonna blow myself back a little bit. I got up on top of them a little bit. They kind of scattered. All right.
That's fabulous, dude. Good get, man.
This Frank, fun fact, this spot I caught a 43-pound bag on last year.
Oh, that's a fun fact. The only thing that would make that fact funner is if I was standing next to you catching them too.
Matt, am I good camera angle here?
Yeah, you look good.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. These ones are giants. We might slide over to the picnic table just to give these guys a break, which is, I can troll them right over there. All right, let's see. My goodness. Okay, let's get on the front side of this. I haven't been to the front side yet.
The front side of, like, explain what you're doing as you work your way around this, because I think this is something big that a lot of guys don't understand.
This is the ledge. So I've been on the back side of the ledge. So basically it's like a bar, and there's a back side and there's a front side. I've caught all those fish on the back side. So now we are making our way to the front side.
So when you say the back side, you mean the drop, right?
The drop, yeah, the drop. So there's the back side of the drop. Here comes one. Ooh. He's a little squirmy.
Just looks cold.
It is cold, boys. All right. All right, so, and then the front side of the drop, it's like this, flat, back side, front side.
Yeah. So one thing that electronics can't do is see through rock. So
cannot do that.
The thing that's a big point there is as far as being able to get an understanding of what is on all sides of it, especially when they're on the drops like that, is getting your angle correct.
Yep. And so I kind of just changed my angle as I fish this thing. So we're actually going to go fish my picnic table real quick, and then we'll come back over here.
Is that a troll or an idle?
This is on the trolling motor, so it's right here. But we're going to scope our way there, and if they get up on top, like that one, we might be able to get it over the jerk plug at them. Let's see what this one does with the minnow.
Someone said, I'm going to keep, because I'm curious, but would you keep your bait 15 to 20 feet away from a fish if you had 15 to 20 foot of clarity?
Absolutely. I might come into 10. To be honest, when it's that clear, they're going to react so well, they're going to come to you. As soon as they start coming to you, that's when you start moving your bait. When it's that clear, I'm paying attention to the fish more than how deep I am above the fish. So if he angles up and he's coming towards you, you need to be reeling and going.
Frank, one of the things that Austin talked about, he's talked about a little bit before, is he keeps the bait as far away from the fish as the clarity of the water. So if it's 2 foot clarity, he keeps it 2 foot from the fish, or that's a strike zone. If it's 8 foot clarity, he keeps it 8 foot from the fish. I think that's a really good, I mean, I've never actually heard it put that way, but your thoughts on that? I mean, it seems to make sense, and you fish a lot of clear water and stained water where you're near neck of the woods.
Yeah, I love that analogy because it keeps it really simple. It's not complicated.
Mm-hmm.
A bass can see 3 times the distance in one direction that you can in the water. So if you drop your bait down and there's 2 feet of visibility, the bass can see it 6 feet away. That's just the nature. Now they can see double that side to side, but in one direction. It's triple what you could see. And the thing is, the cool thing about wintertime fishing is the bass are going to let you know as an angler how far they're willing to go for the bait. And so if you throw a bait down there, like we talked about it on the jerkbait show, you throw a jerkbait down there and the jerkbait might go down, let's say 8 feet, and the bass is in 15 and he only comes up half the distance to the bait. He's not willing to commit. So now you got to go to a deeper jerkbait or a slow sinker.
You still throwing the 4?
Yep, we're still throwing the 4. I'm kind of on the side of this point right now. I'm going over 3. I don't know if they're bass. I think they might be drum.
We did catch a drum earlier.
We did catch a drum.
Yeah, they're happy to let you know they're down there.
Oh yeah, they're really good at fighting too. All right, God, my gosh, Matt, this graph is dialed in, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, it looked super clean, just straight out of the shop. I don't really know much about the super chats or any of the YouTube stuff. I know Money Bass, he's dialed in on all that stuff. But we got a $2. I think that's, I don't know what that's called. It's blue. It says $2 on it. This is the YouTube stuff like that is like guys who don't live scope trying to figure it out in the first day. I'm working on it, folks. I'm working on it. Do you think, Austin, that the minnow size made a difference in getting that fish to bite, or do you think that was a fish that would have bit even on the 6-inch minnow?
I mean, we changed a bit, so there is something to that, maybe showing them just something a little bit different. But I do feel like that fish was really, really hot. He might have bitten that, but you know, the change in it happens a lot whenever you change and immediately get bit. So there's something to that. So I'm
giving Frank a feather in the cap for that.
I think so. I mean, you know, how many times have you cut off a color, this jerkbait that they were following, then you put on a different color jerkbait and you catch the next one? I mean,
a lot.
It happens a lot, and so there's got to be something to that. You know, it worked. So, and heck, we might go 10 more minutes without a bite, might go to a 5 and catch one. I don't know. We'll see.
We have been live for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Do we have like a 10 or 15 minute, I guess, kind of countdown closing window before we wrap this up and let you get back to breaking in the boat and kind of getting familiar with it? I know that you kind of only have a couple days to do that, and I appreciate Frank for jumping on here, but I'm thinking maybe, a little fourth quarter Hail Mary.
Yeah, we can. I'll tell you a fourth quarter Hail Mary we got. We can go back to that spot where those big giants were on them boulders.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that for the last 10 minutes. I'll chat with Frank for a while. You can get there set up, maybe get just a little bit more charge in the earbuds. Everything's still good now. They're just tweaking just a little bit, and then we'll do like a 10-minute countdown and call it good.
Okay. I got one more fish right here that we'll throw out.
Okay.
And then I'll make the track over there.
Yeah.
This is the picnic table right here.
Is there anything on it?
Just some hamburgers and hot dogs.
Yeah. No kidding. Yeah, nothing came out. Yeah, I don't see anything on it. Ooh. Yes, there was something on it. Late follow. Oh gosh. This is probably the same fish I've been trying to catch for like 2 years. It's like a 12-pounder. It lives on this. I always come over here because I'm like, if I catch this fish, it's gonna be a giant. We're going over it now. Yeah, she's a little smarter than your average bass. Okay, I'm gonna go idle. I'm gonna idle over to that rock pile, and maybe they'll eat the 4-inch minnow.
Okay, that sounds good. All right. What do you think about this, Frank?
It's pretty cool. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, dude. I'm working on doing it to where when you are when you're in town, we maybe have some on the water stuff like this as well.
That's pretty cool, man.
So
yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, hopefully we could do some of that on day 4.
Yeah. This is kind of what we have. I can't thank Austin enough. And like he said, I think a lot of people said it too, is regardless of the technique you're fishing, I think the understanding of the angler, of talking the guy through it. So it's like a double-edged sword, right? So you're like competing for your life. Like he's going to be a rookie on the Elite Series. So he has to be 100% focused, like you said, on catching fish.
Nothing else.
He is there as a competitor, as a qualified angler. But the weird thing about this sport is how much BTL, everyone, we put on the entertainment and education factor. So like, do the anglers have an obligation to entertain, to educate, or do they have an obligation to their family and their sponsors to put as much fish in the boat? And does that throw the guys off if they're sitting there talking all the way through it, even though it adds to the production? It might take away from their concentration fishing. It's an interesting topic to kind of talk about.
Yeah. So the reality of it is some guys can talk their way through it while they're fishing and actually keep a good train of thought going on what they're doing and how they're doing it. Some guys can't. They get distracted by the camera. They get distracted by talking about stuff, and they miss clues. They miss little things along the way. And the whole point of tournament angling is to catch as many bass as you can catch in the day or the event, but also the biggest bass you can get. So if maybe you're monkeying around, not paying attention to the camera guys and everything else, and you're catching smaller fish and you're going, oh yeah, well, at least I'm getting fish for the camera. Well, then you're not doing your job as a tournament angler.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting to talk about because, I mean, like for the last 2 hours, we haven't been able to see the screen, but it's been, at least I've been fairly riveted to it, just with him talking it through and kind of imagining what's happening. And then, we only got to see the screen for about 30 seconds, which is interesting to me because everyone's saying, well, when you can see the scope screen or the forward facing sonar screen, that's what makes it more interesting. But that to me was pretty fascinating.
Oh, it's cool as hell, man. This is really fun because the weather conditions are crap. All right. There is some wind out there, which makes it even more difficult. And the reality of it is you're seeing it in action live as you go. And so, this puts a whole different light on the situation when you say, oh, all you got to do is turn the machine on and you go catch fish.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not how it works. And you still have to think your way through it. Downsizing a minnow, upsizing a minnow, changing a color combination, slow sinking jerkbait versus a neutrally suspending jerkbait. There's a million variables that come into play, and you have to control as many of those variables as you possibly can. That's why I love this thing, man. This is so much fun right now.
Yeah, it's interesting. The minnow game, I think we'll obviously get to the point where it's like not a secret. It's not a secret. I mean, if you watch any of the live coverage, but I think we'll get to the point where it's just like a crankbait. I've said this before, where you have, you don't just have two types of crankbaits. You have all sorts of different crankbaits for all different conditions. I mean, you dig around the guys' boats who are crankers, and they've got 10 different brands of crankbaits and boxes, and they might not go into one for a year or two, but there's a specific situation for it at a specific time. Like, I think there's a narrative that, oh, you chuck a minnow out and they eat it because of fish eat minnows. But it, to me, is exactly like you have your 5XD, or you have your DD22 or whatever your favorite crankbait is. That's the one you typically start with, but it's not a one size fits all.
No, I've seen so many times when I'm out cranking where the minute I switch to a different type of crankbait, I start plastering them.
Yep.
It's all about action, movement, and color with the crankbait.
All right, we're back. Are we back on the spot, Austin?
We're back on the spot. Currently, I'm gonna put one air pod in because these are dying. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yep, I still got you.
Okay. And so that one dies. I'll switch to the other one. We're about 100 feet from the spot. I've got one just on the bottom right here.
Okay, we'll put basically roughly a 10-minute shot clock on, and then we'll wrap things up. It'll be over 2.5 hours live, 2 hours of fishing. If you joined us early, you can go back all the way from the launch where Austin dumped his boat in and has walked through basically his morning of fishing. We have a 7-1 on board. We have a 5-6 on board. We have 2 big ones that did not make it into the boat, but we are returning to an area where Austin believed he had 3 double digits on a big boulder and broke one off, and had another one that swerved him 3 times. So here we go.
Outstanding.
Well, the cold got that leader. Good thing I got another one tied on.
Oh, that broke off on the cast?
Yeah, broke off on the cast. I got to put a different size head on this one, though. This one has an 8 on it.
Okay.
Stand by.
How are your hands doing?
They're doing better. The sun is out, and they're doing better.
Any particular knot, not that it's been highlighted in today's stream, but any particular knot on the minnow that you like to go with, Austin?
I just do a regular fisherman's knot. I don't do a loop knot like everybody else does. I don't think it really does anything different. I think that with the right minnow and the right head, your fish is going to roll plenty with this fisherman's knot. And it's not doubled over, and I don't cinch it down super tight. But I just roll with the old fisherman's knot.
Hey, Frank, there's a lot of talk earlier, not in the boat, the brand new boat. He's got 5 rods and no jigs left. But there was a lot of talk. What? It's true. He broke one off and then lost another one. But there was a lot of talk earlier of spoon, a blade bait, vibrating, metal bait on that. Is that something that, if you're going out and preparing for it and have that option, that you would definitely have put on these schools of fish?
Yeah, blade bait for sure. Especially the way they were relating to that break line. A blade bait for sure. I'll be honest with you, I've caught hundreds of bass on blade baits, but it's more fun to catch them on a jerkbait and a minnow. If money's not on the line, if this was a tournament event, the blade bait would definitely be on the front deck. And
I've ever seen you throw a blade bait, Austin.
No, I don't really throw. Like I said, I keep it really simple in the winter. I mean, it's a jerkbait, a minnow, a day rig, and a jig. You know.
Yeah, and you can easily do that. That's most of my winter stay, but I always have blade baits in the boat in the winter because there are times when they just will eat the blade.
Yeah, I can see that. I tell you what, I've been throwing a lot this year, this off season, that I didn't really throw that much before. I mainly threw a chatterbait in these situations. Is throwing a dang rattle trap. My God, that's fun. I mean, we're talking they knock the crap out of it.
That's pretty badass. I actually never threw a rattle trap in the winter.
Oh, it's
my bad, probably.
It's nothing. I hardly ever threw it just because we don't have grass in Oklahoma. But we got one grass lake that I've been going to a bunch and been throwing it there. My God, it's a lot of fun.
Are you yo-yoing it, or are you just fishing it more traditional?
I'm just kind of reeling it, and then whenever I feel the grass, I just kind of snap it, but I continue my reel.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that seems to be the best way to do it.
How are we looking here? Like, are we seeing anything that might have a little bit of hope in it?
So there were 3 big ones on this break over here. I'm trying to find them. There's 3 big ones on that rock pile right over there, which we will go to next. We are currently easing up to this break. I see one. They are down there.
I'm gonna let you captain this for the next 45 seconds. I'll be right back.
Captain away.
Here we go, boys. Oh, we're reeling that one in. I was throwing at 5s. I'm gonna throw it at 10. Yeah, that's our guy. Take a minute to sink down there, but
how far away are you from it?
We're 70 feet right now, and then the fish is he's about, oh God, something just got in my way. They're about 25 feet down.
Nice.
So, all right, we're gonna come. These ones are in a brush pile on the edge of a break.
Are they interested?
I hadn't made it to them yet. I cast way out past them.
Gotcha.
So I'm going over one's head right now. Let's see if he turn and burn, buddy. Turn and burn.
So what do you have your distance at? 95, 100?
I got it at 75 because unlike other people, I can't cast that far. I mean, to be honest, like, people say they're casting 150 feet. I'm like, God dang, like that's a cast, and you can't be that efficient at that kind of distance,
Right.
So I keep mine at 75. Let's see what he thinks about this jig. Going to him with a jig. I just hit him in the head. Nose down on it.
Ooh.
Big. You got me?
Yep. Hey, what's the wind like?
It's probably 10 miles an hour.
All right. The waves, it looks a little more than that.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably blowing about 10. I pulled that fish out. Let's see if I can get him. kind of just disappeared on me. Kind of disappeared. All right, let's move over here to this rock pile.
Do you have your hand?
Still got me? Yeah.
Do you have your hand warmers in your pocket?
No, I just kind of stick my hand in the inside of my bibs. I mean, I don't know. My hands are usually get really, really cold, but for some reason today, I don't know if I'm fishing for giants that I don't get as cold, but
Yeah. It makes sense.
yeah. It looks big on this rock right here. Oh yeah.
We got one.
We're working. Okay, so I got them dialed in, Matt. I'm gonna try this single out here, and then that school of 3 of them is right over here.
Okay, we're gonna hit those 2, and then we'll wrap it up. So
Okay.
we're in the 4th quarter.
All right, going over the top of one right now.
Come on, fishy. Come on.
Let's see what he does. I got nothing from him. Let's go over here to these. I think I want to throw a jerkbait at these fish, but I'm scared. That line is really, really old. So we're just gonna
We're
do it
gonna do it
anyway. Do it anyway.
That's so
Frank,
fun.
you're telling me that this Sasquatch Coconut Cove lip balm would not work on my guides because it's Coconut Cove flavored?
I wouldn't put nothing flavored on my guides. That's just me.
That's good.
Probably won't matter because that part will never be to the lure. Unless you reel your lure up to the stripper guide.
The what guide?
The
stripper guide.
The stripper guide's the one closest to the reel.
Oh, okay.
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing. This is a family show.
Are we to the rock? Are we to the boulder?
We're to the boulder.
What are we seeing?
And it looks like they aren't on the boulders. It looks like they're up on the flat where the gravel
that's good,
meets
right?
the boulder. That's good.
That means they're active.
We can only hope.
God, I'd love to end this with like a 10-1.
Right?
I'm gonna give it a good shot. Let's see. Man, there's a couple that are glued to that boulder.
Hey, I have a question for you, Austin.
Yeah.
Why did you take the 8th off? Because of the wind or the depth?
Yeah, because of the wind and because of the depth. I am fishing deeper than 15 foot.
I got you. Okay.
And the wind really hasn't. If there was zero wind, I would definitely wait for an 8 ounce to get down there.
Perfect. I love it.
Okay. Where did these guys go? They are glued to this gravel up here. I'm gonna just throw a jerkbait over the top of it, see if I can get them to come up.
Didn't seem like a terribly long cast either.
No, it's about 60 feet. So right now I'm just going over this gravel. See if anything will pop up, show itself.
This guy says Cranford is on the same spot I was on last year when I yelled at you, Matt. Sorry, bud, I was stressed. I think I remember that. I was trying to go around this dude, and he's like, 100 yards or something like that. And I was like, bro, I ain't even fishing.
That's so funny.
That's like legitimately the first time I've ever been yelled at in my entire, like, even when the Milliken thing went down, like we were very like had a great conversation on the water, like never crossed my mind. That's the first time I've ever been like yelled at on the water in like 20 years.
That's because you haven't driven around me when I'm fishing.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't bad. I was like, whoa. Wide berth.
Yeah, exactly. That is so funny. I'm so jealous, man. We have so much snow and ice here. It's just BS.
Yeah, it's not. Giant. You on it? Walk us through it.
Okay, so I'm coming down to him right now. Let's see if he pays attention to me. He kind of just blended into the rock, but I am all over him. I know I am. They went down into the rock. They were above it, so I could see them. So now I'm going over the top. And over. I keep losing my earbuds.
Yeah, he's losing his earbuds. If he can get one more earbud in, I think we'll wrap it up then.
Hey, at least you know how to use your earbuds.
Yeah. Kind of. We could kind of hear you.
Both my earbuds are dead.
Okay, give it one more good shot. When you make a good cast, turn around, give us a thumbs up. If it happens, it's meant to happen. And if not, then you're free to meander about. All right, here we go. We're in the home stretch. Cranford has 3 fish in this area, all big ones, all over 8 pounds. His earbuds are dead. We're live on the water, have been live for 2 hours and 37 minutes. We've brought the man, the myth, the legend, Frank Scalish in. He suggested a switch to a 4-inch minnow, which resulted in a 7-pound, 1-ounce bass. Gave away 1 spool of the Sunline Structure FC. Cranford is getting dialed in for one of his last casts of a fantastic live show. We'll go full screen. We'll go full screen Cranford right here. No pressure. This is just training for the Elite Series when he needs one more cast to make that top 10.
Yeah, no pressure.
He has made the cast. Looks like the wind is getting to him a little bit.
Oh, I can't stand when I go sideways.
No hat. No, like nothing over his ears. Tennis shoes. No gloves. 20-degree air temperature. It was single digits when we started. He's working it back. I don't see any really body language that tells me that he's very... Or even getting a little... See, I can do that, but I also don't want to miss like the hook set. So I guess you're going to have to put up with a little bit of like wind. You know, like I don't want to miss the I got her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm tracking, man. Let her rip. Who cares? It's live.
He's not giving up on this spot. Now he's looking. Man, we got a 7-1 and a 5-6. I don't think you can be too angry about that, can you, Frank?
No, you can't complain about that. It looks to me like he said the wind was about 10, but it looks more than 10 to me. I have the hardest time when the boat starts to swing sideways scoping. You got to follow that fish with the trolling motor, and a lot of times that wind's pushing you too fast.
Oh, we got a thumbs up. You on one? He said we're on one. All right, this is it. This is the last shot. Live from the water, Austin Cranford. He just cast his jerk bait out. 3-year-old line. He gave us a thumbs up. His earbuds died 5 minutes ago. Oh, I guess that wasn't the last cast. And now we're backlash. We can't end on a backlash.
Oh, you can.
smallmouth.
Oh, they're smallmouth.
Yeah. If I can just cast without backlash, the wind is just gassing in my face.
Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier. I said it had to be more than 10 because I can see the wave building.
How different do the lake smallmouth act than the Great Lake smallmouth, Frank? Like, I mean, you fish some fisheries that have good largemouth and smallmouth. There's weird to me that there's like some stuff that's really similar, and then in other places they act totally different than Great Lake smallmouth.
Yeah, they do. There's some similarities in their behavior, but and what they're looking for. But I think Great Lake smallmouth are more aggressive and easier to catch.
I
To
would
be
agree.
honest with you, I've targeted inland smallmouth before and had some great days, but it always seems like it's a little bit more work. When you get on them on the Great Lakes, you just seems like you just catch them. You know what I mean? I think the competition, there's more fish. I think there's more fish in the schools.
They seem way dumber on the Great Lakes than they do on, I guess, impoundments or whatever you want to call them, lakes, like small lakes.
We could call them dumber. I just think the competition for food is better.
Yeah, Frankie chiming in, harder to find, easier to catch. Totally agree.
Yeah, I'm tracking.
All right. He's acting like he's got one following it. I mean, he's got the cadence down.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
I mean, we can't break away now. We're already 2 hours and 42 minutes. What's 2 hours and 43?
What's 4 hours and 9?
This is flashbacks to when we used to just watch this every single day of the Elite Series when we did the play-by-play.
Oh, yeah.
I think the last year we did that was 2017.
Yeah, I think it was.
Good Lord, 9 years ago.
Where's the
Next
time?
Next thing you know, I'll be talking about my arthritis. All right. Last shot.
He doesn't have buds in.
Yeah, but he should be able to hear it a little bit. We'll see. We were good with the earbuds for 2 hours and 40 minutes.
That's not bad.
Come on. All right. Can you hear us, Austin? All right. One more cast.
Say what?
One more cast. Last cast. Oh no! Now we found a group. You gotta leave them wanting more, Frank.
All right, here we go. Yeah, it's just like real fishing.
Yeah.
2 hours.
This is like your Bassmaster Marshall experience right here without it. All right, that was it. Watch, he's going to cast it, not turn her. Oh, here he comes. Come on.
Hi. Thought she wrote.
You're the man, Austin. That was badass. Tell everybody, yell into the camera where they can find you, where they can follow you, what you got coming up, that type of stuff.
Austin Cranford Fishing on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I head to Lake Gunnersville for the first Elite Series on Saturday. Practice starts Sunday. Looking forward to it. I'll be fishing this week, getting ready. My YouTube channel put out over 150 videos, and each Elite Series tournament will be filmed by my camera guy, Mason. Be looking forward to that. The Elite Series on Austin Cranford Fishing.
Phenomenal. Thank you, Austin. You're the man.
Thank you.
All right,
luck,
see
buddy.
you.
All right, see y'all.
There you go, Frank. That
Very
was the
cool.
last minute. I can't thank you enough for jumping on. That added to it.
no
The
problem,
legend of
dude.
Frank Scalish continues to grow with the 4-inch minnow switch. Just a ballsy call. First cast 7-1. That was cool.
Thanks for having me on, bud.
All right. Tomorrow you texted or no? What? Tomorrow
is Wednesday.
Great show. Yeah, tomorrow is Wednesday. Great show. Tomorrow we have Riley on, first man out on the Elite Series this year. 22-year-old from Utah, missed it by just a couple points. Messaged me and said, "Hey, I would love to come on and tell my story." I said, "Hell yeah!" So that's tomorrow, and then Thursday, you texted me what we were talking about, right?
Yeah, I text you if you like
real maintenance, how to fix a bad anti-reverse braking. What do you think, especially after what we were dealing with Austin out in the wind and in the cold? I think that is a fantastic show for day 4 on Thursday. Listen, thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. I'm really trying, like the big thing when Mark Jeffrey started this was try to add something new every year. I try to continue that tradition. I know that this is not groundbreaking stuff. There's guys that are doing this that have done it, but really enjoyed it. Can't thank the 300 plus that stayed on for over 2.5 hours for it. Also, thank Austin Cranford, Sunline, the guys who are willing to give away. No lucky lure $100. He didn't win the 10. It was $100. There was like a lot of prizes if you caught a 10-pounder. We didn't fill you in on that, but
that's okay. I don't need to know everything.
Yeah. All right, Frank. We'll see you Thursday.
Thanks, Matt.
There you go. The one and only Frank Scalish. And let's hit it with some music. Watch, I promise you what's going to happen in my phone is I'm going to get a picture of like a 9 or a 10-pounder that Mr. Cranford catches just after he hang up. But that'll get more, bigger, and better as we go on this year, and also with less inclement weather. This has been another edition of BTL Bass Talk Live. Same time, same place tomorrow. We'll talk to everyone then. See ya.